Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we're going to talk about the delay of Ghostwire Tokyo on the PlayStation 5. So, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. So, yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo delayed to 2022, early 2022. So now we're at God of War, Gran Turismo 7, Ghostwire Tokyo. Starting to wonder if we're still going to get I'm starting to wonder if we're still going to get Forbidden West this year. Hopefully PlayStation has something coming out, man, because we would hate to have to play old games for the rest of the year, right, guys? Am I right? So, yeah, I mean, they give Microsoft such a hard time about this old games thing. And I mean, to be completely honest, this is literally the first time I think in my lifetime as a PlayStation fan that they've ever went out of their way to upgrade old games for the next gen, because they've they've always believed in generations. So sorry, I had to get a coffee for this one tonight. Yeah, so Ghostwire Tokyo being delayed till 2022, that basically means that yeah, I mean, aside from a few like indie devs and smaller AA studios, the only thing left that we could possibly be getting is that Horizon Forbidden West. So if we don't get that this year, man, that's going to be pretty disappointing. But we got Ghost of Tsushima, the upgrade. I mean, that's going to be a pretty decent size upgrade. It'll definitely have all the PlayStation 5 features, so it'll probably feel pretty good. We got Death Stranding. A lot of people were sitting on the fence with that game because of the reviews when it first came out. Hey Jeff, how you doing, man? Yeah, we're still getting Kenya, Bridge of Spirits, Deathloop, that first game. Yeah, I know, but everything just keeps. I don't know, Jeff. Like I said, bud, I've paid like $1,400 for my PlayStation 5 since I got it, and I've played maybe 70 hours, and a lot of that's due to me buying a lot of my first party or not first party but third party games on the Xbox. Hey, what's up, Darkest Hero? So that just kind of the less games that come out exclusive, it just kind of puts me I don't know, man. I start getting a little depressed because I love PlayStation first party games, and when they start I mean, Ghostwire Tokyo, I was definitely interested in buying that. I mean, I was kind of on the fence about it, but the more I think about it, the more I do want to play that game. Deathloop, I'm not really too excited about Deathloop. It doesn't feel like it's going to be my kind of game. So, if I buy it, I probably won't end up playing it a lot. What's up, Darkest Hero? I mean, when it comes to it, you know, the things I was most excited for the PlayStation 5 was Gran Turismo 7, God of War, and for Forbidden West. So that Kenya Bridge of Spirits, we get that next month. That's coming out next month. I am excited for that. I do want to play that game. It looks pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of thought for a while that that Ghostwire Tokyo was going to get not canceled, but postponed, just because we haven't really seen anything about it. I'm not sure how you feel about fighting games, but Guilty Gear, yeah, I do like fighting games, Jeff, but Guilty Gear, I'm not really into the anime and the cartoon graphic ones. I do play Mortal Kombat. I do play gosh, what is it? Dead or Alive, and I do play Soul Calibur, and Injustice, of course, but I've never really been into like the Guilty Gear or I mean, I do like Street Fighter, but since it started going all anime and stuff, yeah, dude, my freaking hype for GT7 was pretty freaking high. I wanted that game so freaking bad this year. But I mean, I can wait a little more. I mean, I've never really been let down by a Gran Turismo, Gran Turismo Sport. Even that was good. So it was it was one of those things where like what I mean, I don't know, man. Sometimes I kind of feel like PlayStation overpromised and is going to kind of underdeliver this year. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing by any means. But when you really look at it and you really think about it, Xbox has already been through that through hell the first of this generation, whether you look it or not, like it or not. I mean, they didn't have anything, but hearing a couple freaking hearing just this month, starting this month, man, things are going to start picking up for Xbox, and if PlayStation's not kicking stuff out, it's just more fuel for the freaking stupid for the stupid fanboys, man. It's just more fuel for them. I don't want to pile on to that stuff because I was really looking forward to a lot of these PlayStation games, and it really sucks, guys. It really does suck, and I'm not going to lie. But I mean, we basically had PlayStation exclusives to get us through the first part of the year. Now we're gonna have to rely. This is exactly why you need both consoles. This is it, man. Xbox didn't have anything the first of the year. Now we're gonna get Xbox games for the last of the year. PlayStation had games for the front of the year, and now we might not get a lot more PlayStation games, but we'll have Xbox. This is why it's important this generation, I believe, to have both consoles, man. Hey, Frog, what about we hold off on pressing the panic button until after August? There's lots of rumors about an event. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Toby, I and Soulstar, I do. I am kind of freaking out about it a little bit, man. Like, I want PlayStation to be strong, and I want Xbox to be strong, guys. I want them both to I want them to compete so hard this generation that we get the best quality games and experiences that we've ever had. That's my goal. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I want to see PlayStation cranking stuff out. I want to see Xbox cranking stuff out. And somewhere in the back, I want to see Nintendo pop its head out every 6 months or so and give me an exclusive that I really want to play. Yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. Did PS ever say that say why they so PlayStation's not doing E3 anymore. They've decided to do smaller Nintendo like direct shows. So man, a lot of people are hyping this stuff up for August. Okay, I get what you're saying, Jeff. Like, a lot of people are hyping this up, and yeah, there's a lot of rumors and stuff. And guys, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna take Herman Hulst at his word. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just take Herman Hulst at his word. He said that a lot of the stuff that they had planned for this year is getting pushed to next year. He said they're hopeful to get Horizon Zero Dawn out. Hey, Spectre Entertainment, how's it going? and it like, I don't know, man. Like, I've been thinking about this all day. I did that little clickbait video earlier because I just, I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. But the more I think about it, guys, the more I'm starting to think like, gosh, dang, dude. I mean, either way, Sony's going to have a pretty decent 2022, right? I will be concerned after mid-September. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, no, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Ghost of Tsushima update, it's going to be pretty big. You get a whole nother island. You're going to get more content for Death Stranding. I love Death Stranding, dude. I thought that was a freaking amazing game. So I'm going to be okay with those two. But when it comes to, like, if I don't get Horizon Forbidden West this year, dude, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. They were upset that Microsoft owns the venue where E3 is held, and they wanted a discount on setting up. Yeah, that might be. I doubt we will see any other new. Guys, if anything, my money would probably be on the Tokyo Game Show when it comes to PlayStation doing another big event. They might do something in August to showcase another game, like another one of these, another one of their things, and maybe talk about some other, the smaller stuff that's coming out. But let's put it this way. I don't think they're going to show us God of War. anytime soon. If it's not coming out till 2022, we're not going to see God of War until either the end of the year or next year. I do not think they're going to show God of War 6 months early, guys. 6-7 months early. Depends on when it's coming out next year. If it's coming out the beginning of next year, maybe. But I do not think they're going to go out of their way and show us God of War. So I mean, that's one of those things that makes me really think that these rumors are just overhype from fanboys that want to see PlayStation bring out some good news. Okay, they're doing the best they can, obviously. If they had more to show, they would have showed us with Deathloop, guys. I mean, like Deathloop is, well, I mean, I can't really say that, but if they're doing these small ones, yeah, I mean, we could probably expect one. I think Guerrilla will do I do too, guys. I have faith that we're gonna see that. I feel like they would have. Yeah, I feel like we would have saw something God of the War by now if it was gonna happen. Honestly, well, no, because they did say it's getting pushed to next year. So if it's getting pushed to next year, I don't think they're going to show us anything this year, guys, unless we get to Tokyo Game Show, because that's usually or Gamescom or Tokyo Game Show. They're usually, toward the end of the year, or maybe, I mean, the Game Awards. We might see something at the Game Awards. They might do us like a little God of War teaser at the Game Awards, and then January they'll show us the direct or whatever, and then they'll launch it, within that first couple of months of next year. But I'm pretty sure that's basically where we're at, guys. The links, and it wouldn't make any. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, Jeff. Okay, Jeff. So the main thing that the Guerrilla has to do for Forbidden West, from my understanding, is the motion capture. So that possibly could get done pretty quick, but I mean, they'd still have to get all the bugs worked out and all of that stuff before they could launch it. So I mean, if they've got all the motion capture they need, by the end of this month, they probably could get that out this year, I believe. Special Nick said they showing us God of War in the August. Even take that rumor as you. Yeah, but Special Nick, who is Special Nick, guys? Like, I don't know who Special Nick is. Does he work for PlayStation? I mean, is he like a PlayStation insider? Should I know him? I mean, there's a whole bunch of, PlayStation fanboys out there saying, oh yeah, dude, like July is going to be the July and blah, blah, blah. And guys, honestly, the more we hype this stuff up, the more disappointing it gets every single time they let us down. Right. I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to show God of War this year. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, maybe they would do that to themselves, but I just don't feel like Soulstar is definitely a full game. Yeah. They wouldn't show a title screen for DLC though. They did the mocap already in voice recording. If they've got all of that done, Jeff, then we'll get that game this year. If they already have all that, it could be a dumb question, but have they even confirmed whether God of War Ragnarok? No, they haven't. They have not. Soulstar. It is supposed to be a second game from what I gather. I think Darkest Soul, I think is what happened. Darkest Hero, I think is what happened with God of War. Was they probably were going to do like a DLC, but then they decided they were going to do like a full game on it. Or maybe it was already. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a full game. That first game was pretty long. I got plenty of gameplay out of that, to where if they put out another one, it would have to equal that as at least the playtime, I mean, I'm gonna buy it and play it either way. If it's a DLC, it's a DLC, man. I'd be pretty. I don't know. I mean, Sony Santa Monica's had enough time with that to be able to make a full another game, just because, I mean, they probably already had all the storyboards and everything else pretty much written, and the way they left it on a cliffhanger like that, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of it. Yeah, and there's all the areas in God of War 2018. Like, yeah, that makes sense too. It could have been a DLC. They could have just been thinking about doing it as a live service too. He predicted the event date was just incorrect about what the event was. Well, all you really got to do, Jeff, to predict one of those dates is pick a Thursday, because that's when they show them, and they're always right at like 2:00 Eastern time or whatever, or 2:00 Pacific time. Just pick a date, man. Pick any of the ones in there. I mean, there's only like 4 Thursdays in some months. I mean, what did he say this next one was going to be? Let's see. He said the 12th of August, I believe, is what he said. Yeah, the 12th is a Thursday, so they usually do it within the first 1 or 2 weeks of the month. So yeah, dude, that's not hard to pick. I mean, if you think about it, dude, I mean, PlayStation is really starting to get a little more predictable when it comes down to things. It's technically a PlayStation Insider. Yeah, he is. He did predict that, dude. Soulstar, Severn did predict that. I think Gorilla is really close. They could just get delayed last minute, but I think they're aiming at Black Friday. I personally was thinking, Jeff, that they were aiming toward August. Or September, to tell you the truth. I think that would probably be, because they just showed us Horizon Forbidden West, what, the month before E3 or right before E3 or something. So I mean, another 4 months. Yeah, I'm thinking like September, October for a release date for that. If you want to be completely honest, and then if they go 6 months from when they showed it, then yeah, it might be December or whatever. That would really suck, dude. Honestly, if we got to wait till the very end of this year to play that, oh gosh, yeah, end of May. So May, June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. November, 6 months. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, if they do that, then possibly they could show us God of War in the next month or two if it's coming out within 6 months. I mean, that kind of might be what they do, is show them off 6 months before release. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder about how Sony's doing things. And I don't want to get all hyped up for everything, because most Sony insiders have been wrong about most stuff they predicted. Yeah. That's just because Sony's not doing what they have known like Sony to do in the past, and it's frustrating them, and they just keep making these wild claims, these wishful thinking claims that, frankly, I haven't seen a lot of it pan out, man. I mean, dude, Sony came out, what was it, May of 2020, or when did they do that? When did they show off the PlayStation 5? It was last year. It was like close to June or whatever, but they came out and they showed us all those freaking games that were coming out, Final Fantasy 16, and everything that they like, oh yeah, this is coming out within the launch window. And dude, a lot of that stuff petered right out, man, and just didn't even take hold, man. So I mean, what was it? Gosh dang it, Returnal even got delayed and pushed back a little bit. Everything else they had to show has basically gotten pushed back. So I don't know, man. I kind of feel like Horizon Forbidden West will likely come out February or March if it gets to, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I don't want to think that though, Jeff. Like, really, I don't. I mean, because I'm pretty sure Gran Turismo 7's probably on online for a January release. I'm hoping that they can get us that in January. Yeah, you know what, Toby? They do believe in generations, and for the most part, dude, PlayStation has pretty much always stuck to that. Gran Turismo 6 launched on PlayStation 3, and they never even tried to upgrade that for PlayStation 4. So if you really think about it, I mean, honestly, dude, Microsoft upgrading all those games has really brought PlayStation kicking and screaming with old games to the storefront, dude. And you know what? I'm happy about that, guys. To tell you the truth, I've been giving PlayStation a lot of crap about charging me for these upgrades and stuff, but you know what? If you really think about it, they've never really done this before. They've never really they've never really done anything like this, like upgrading, games and doing any of that stuff. Oh man. Does Insomniac have multiple studios? I do. They do. They had a team working on Spider-Man 2. They had a team working on the Miles Morales and Spider-Man upgrade, and they had Ratchet and Clank. So I believe they're three teams. Multiple. Well, I mean, definitely multiple teams, but I think they're definitely Insomniac's got their crap together, man. They're being able to pump out those games, but yeah, dude, the next one we're going to get from them is probably going to be Spider-Man 2. March, April seems like the window for God of War. Yeah, I'm thinking April. That would put it, just enough time for that. I'm thinking I should have Alex come on the show tonight. I'm going to send him a link. Let's see. I'm going to send you a link real quick, Alex. Just sent you a link to Twitter, Alex, if you want to come on, man. That'd be cool. Jeff or SOCOM. Yeah, dude, I definitely want a dang SOCOM game, guys. I do really bad. Let's see. I'm hoping it's Killzone sequel. I don't think, dude, I don't know if they're going to do another Killzone right now, Jeff. I mean, from what I heard, the rumor was SOCOM. So I'm really hoping they bring SOCOM back. How hard it is to get a PS5. Yeah, Toby, I pretty much do agree with that too. I know that's the whole reason why they smack that like button, boys. Yes, hit that like button. Capilla, welcome back to the show, my friend. I hope Insomniac make a longer game next time. Dude, I sent Insomniac a message today. I was like, dude, I love Ratchet and Clank, but if you guys want to up the price on these, you need to start giving us you got to give us more content, guys. You got to make these games longer. But I mean, I don't know though, man. Would a freaking longer Ratchet and Clank game just wear out its welcome faster? Maybe if they did an open world Ratchet and Clank, that wouldn't be bad. It'd have to be a pretty decent size open world though. Yeah, and with the ability to go to, I mean, you can basically go to these different worlds and you could basically go back to them whenever you want, but just the way they're set up and stuff, I don't know, man. Like, I'm buying a PS3 in a few days, going to see what I missed out on. Oh, dude. Everything from about the halfway point of the PS3 is probably decent. Yeah, some of them levels, like there's a couple levels in Ratchet and Clank that are a little bit bigger, but I don't know, man. They just, at the same time, they're, wow, what is it? They're kind of, they look big, but I mean, the actual area that you can travel and stuff is kind of small, man. I mean, they're not that big at all. Agree. Wouldn't mind the length of the game if they didn't reuse the. Oh yeah, dude, the bosses that really freaking sucked, man. Some of them bosses. I mean, that same freaking thing. There's just so many of them. I mean, that centipede thing was pretty cool. I liked fighting that. That was pretty fun. There was, dude, there just wasn't that many. Hey guys, I'm gonna bring Alex on. You guys liked Alex yesterday, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk about this. This is my PlayStation guy, man. He loves PlayStation, so
hell yeah, man.
We're gonna pick up tonight about this. Same dinosaur. Yeah, the same dinosaur, the dang robot boss. We're just talking about Ratchet and Clank right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'm not super disappointed, but I am disappointed, dude. I mean,
I could see that. I haven't played the game yet, but I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan. I've played all the games, even the ones like on PSP and stuff like that. So the series is kind of built for me. I don't think they can disappoint me at this point.
I mean, it's not a bad game by any means. Like I did like it. It was just too short, man. And then I was rushing through it so I could get a review out, and that kind of like tainted the experience for me a little bit. But it didn't taint the experience. I mean, the experience was good, but I didn't like sit down and like really enjoy it. But I mean, even though I was rushing through it, I still knew that it was a good game and I still liked it, and I was still able to, I mean, I can recommend that game. I just don't know if I can recommend it for $70. Man.
I know. But that's the thing. They should have probably just made it 40. You know what I'm saying? Just like the remake one.
Well, I mean, I know it's going to go greatest hits eventually. You know, you got to look at it. You got to look at it from this point of view, though. Like, I mean, like I like that Ratchet and Clank game. I did. But I mean, $70 for these Ratchet, and I don't know. They need to do something like a pricing structure. I'm not saying that Insomniac didn't do a good job. I'm just saying that, a lot of the people that are going to buy this game, well, I don't know. I mean, kids will buy.
Was Miles Morales? Was that one $70? I don't think
it was if you wanted the other Spider-Man upgrade.
Okay.
It was $70 if you did it that way. So yeah, I paid $70 for that, and the Miles. But if you did that, if you paid $70, if you had never bought the other Spider-Man before or whatever, like that game, the whole game was included with all the DLC for $70 with Miles Morales. So that wasn't a bad deal, actually.
Yeah.
Like if you had never bought that first Spider-Man, all of that was included in there. Yeah, Miles Morales was $50 by itself. So basically they threw in the whole remastered Spider-Man for the extra $20. And that was a good experience, dude. The upgrade on that old Spider-Man, see, the only thing I don't like about Miles Morales, I wasn't into the snow aesthetic of that game.
Yeah.
I feel like it pulled too much of the I feel like it pulled so much of the character out of the city itself that I loved the story. I thought the story was great, but then when I went back and I started playing around with the older Spider-Man after they had upgraded it, dude, so much better. So I love the way it looks, just so much better. So I don't know. I hope they do bring Miles Morales back in the next game, and I hope they get rid of the freaking snow aesthetic, dude. I didn't like it. I thought it just took too much away from the city.
That was definitely a game that was like probably supposed to be DLC, and that they just expanded into.
It basically was. I mean, it was a pretty expensive DLC if you already had the other Spider-Man and you bought that $50. Yeah. So I mean, if you bought the game on PlayStation 5 and you never played it before, you got one hell of a deal. If you bought the DLC on the PlayStation 4 to just add it to your game already, you got screwed because you already paid $80 for all the Spider-Man and all the DLC. And then with that's a lot of money, man, for that. Ahmad, how's it going, my friend?
And you're right. There's not a whole lot of games coming. Like you got September. There's a couple games coming September, but then after that,
well, we got Kenya. We got Kenya next month.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of this all the time, guys. Like I don't count. I don't count indie devs. I don't count AA games all the time. I mean, like sometimes I overlook them until I see them like in the store, and then I'll like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna pre-order Kenya here pretty soon because I don't want to forget to do that. Hamad, how's it going? Welcome back to the store or show. How long until Sony start to release their games day one in the subscription service? I don't think that's gonna happen. Not right now, anyways. I think if this thing for Microsoft really takes off and really forces them to do it, then maybe. But right now, dude, I mean, Microsoft has basically already forced Xbox or PlayStation to give us director's cuts to remaster these games for next gen, dude. They never did this before. This is a different Sony, man. They want that money and they're willing to do what they got to do to get it.
Yeah, man.
Gotcha. Okay, I ain't paying $80 for Spider-Man. No, you can get Spider-Man for $70. You get a lot of content for that $70 if you have a PS5 and you hadn't played the other Spider-Man.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this one up there. Darkest Hero says, "What's up, Alex?
What's up, man?" Yeah. I'm still haven't got my PS5 yet. I'm trying to get it next month, honestly. That's what I'm trying
as
to
soon
get
as
it
you
here.
get it, man, it's gonna change your life. You're gonna be
I
one
know.
happy guy. Like you've already been playing one at your friend's house, like you said. So
Yeah.
I mean, you already know what to expect. I just ordered me another red Xbox controller. That red one. I got one coming from Amazon.
Nice.
I'm thinking about getting a red one for my PlayStation 2. Then I can have like both of them, like the two red ones. That'll be pretty good. Kenya's a day one for me too. Zelda Breath of the Wild vibes from that. Yeah. I like the aesthetic of that game. Like, I mean, it's still cartoony, but then it's like that really freaking that high fidelity, that high fidelity cartoon visuals. And I like that, man. It looks freaking good. What's up, Yo Jimbo? How's it going, man?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, they should open design labs for the Elite controllers. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. So I've noticed that the reason why I bought this new Xbox controller is because, dude, that fix that I did on that controller, it like acts weird like all the time now. Now it's all like going out of control again and like oh yeah, dude, I'm so irritated with that.
That's crazy. You had to fix it already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean about a year and like 4 months, dude. Like,
right?
So I bought me just a regular controller so I could play, my games that really require a lot of like tapping on those left bumpers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it $40 though? Which one? Because it's not a AAA game, Toby. It's a AA. That's the first game these guys have made at that studio, to tell you the truth. Like, this is their first game. I mean, it looks pretty Pixar-y, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a AA game. It's not something that it's good. I might get Returnal next one. Returnal for $30, Capilla, would actually be a pretty decent price for that game, man. Like, it's not a completely terrible game. And now that they did put out a patch for it, and I had played it since then, and it does feel more balanced now. But dude, I already had to delete it so I could play something else that I wanted to play. So that really kind of sucks.
Yeah, the storage space is like a problem.
Returnal being $50 right now, I think that's a fair price. They should just leave it at that price. I think $50 is a fair price for that game, especially now that it's all fixed and not broken. So glad I got to pay $75 to quality test that game for him, along with everybody else. I don't know if it looks more AAA, Toby. It does look pretty good. It looks pretty Pixar to me, but it's probably a short game, guys. Honestly, to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm gonna buy it and play it. It's only $40, but at the same time, my expectations aren't like super high for it. Like,
it looks gorgeous.
I'm pretty sure it's a 6-hour game, dude.
Oh yeah, but it looks fucking pretty. Like, I've never seen a game. It looks better than Ratchet and Clank. Like, yeah. It looks fucking gorgeous.
Have you actually, Capilla? Have you actually seen Returnal like on at somebody else's house or anything, or are you just seeing what you're seeing on YouTube and stuff?
Returnal's that game is insane. That's like they procedurally generate the levels every time you die, so it's not like the same level again.
I gotta stop you right there with that, because they're not procedurally generated. It is
just randomizing it.
It's randomized. Procedurally generated is not the way to look at that, because everything is already built and it's all the same exact areas. Once you've been to that area, you've been to that area, and you'll know it, but it's just rearranged in different ways. So So once you've spent 10 hours in that biome, you freaking know everything,
You know
man.
it,
Trust
in and
me, I've
out.
been there for 10 freaking hours, and I'm just like, oh gosh.
Have
It's
you
not like,
finished the game?
oh
How far
no,
are
dude,
you?
it was so broken. Well, see, in Returnal, if you once you see something in the game of Returnal, it will start being in the rotation of when it's going to come.
Mm.
I made the mistake of going in one of these doors that have a star over them, and I beat the room and everything, and it keeps throwing waves at you of different stronger stuff. And after I beat that room, oh dude, the game was so freaking hard. I couldn't even get back to the main boss, dude. Like it was ridiculous. They kept throwing that stuff at me like over and over.
Mm.
Darkest Hours, the producers from Ember Labs, are former Movio Studio animators. Yeah, I mean this is their first project, Jeff. So I'm cautiously optimistic for it. Like I'm wanting to play it.
All the footage looks good. I mean,
Yeah, dude,
everything I've
everything
seen of
I've
it.
every I'm hyped for it. You know, I mean, like I am. I want to play it. I mean, it looks great, and I will have it, and I will have it day one. So
How much is it?
40
The
bucks,
game?
39.99.
That's a
It's
good
only a
price point.
$40. Yeah, exactly.
That's a good price point. Yeah.
I'm happy with it. You know, I kind of wonder why it's only 40 bucks, but because it, dude,
Because
honestly,
it's only like
if it was 70
6
bucks,
hours.
I'm not even gonna lie, dude. If it was 70 bucks, I'd probably still buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looks good enough to where I'm like, I'd probably buy that. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks good.
But yeah, I bet it's probably like 10 hours max. Like you're not getting like 30-hour game here.
Yeah. Hey, Delusional Grandeur, what's up, my friend? I hope Kenya is good. Sad that I can't pick it up right away due to it being a Sony timed exclusive. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. That game really is only a timed exclusive, isn't it?
So is
it will.
Deathloop. Deathloop's timed exclusive too.
Well, I mean, Deathloop's owned by Microsoft now, so I mean, it's going to be on Xbox one way or another. Yeah, I totally forgot that.
I don't understand why they're backing up Deathloop. That game looks so generic. Like there's something so painfully average about that game.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. I think it's just because of the levels they've showed us. They've only showed us one level. Once it comes out and we see more of it, it'll probably change our minds. But like you said, from what I've seen, it just looks like a generic game that I'm
Dishonored formula. Here we go. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it basically looks like a Dishonored, but with like a 70s kind of like
70s
mix.
Yeah,
I mean like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the aesthetic of it from what I've seen in that level. I don't like it. Maybe something else will be good, but yeah. And I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think it's good, but I feel like Sony can always make their games sound better.
Sound better?
Like as in like
sound mixing?
No, like in terms of like I think you're talking about in terms of advertising or whatever, right, Capilla?
I know. You know, I think I talked about this last time, but I was trying to get back into Horizon Zero Dawn. And it's just like the screen's so cluttered, the map is so cluttered with shit. Like I'm just overwhelmed, man. I don't like.
Well, if see with me, like like I said, dude, I can usually play them open world games pretty easy. But I've noticed that with Horizon. Even when you beat stuff on there, it still looks cluttered no matter what you do. Everywhere you've been, anytime you open up a campfire, everything, you pull the map out and it's just everything looks cluttered.
Yeah.
And most of those are merchants and, like rest spots so that you can go to rest.
I hope they do fix up some of that stuff in the next game. I mean,
yeah,
there's some little things they can tighten up for that next game, for sure.
Target Zero. They probably wanted Starfield. Microsoft said no and gave them Ghostwire and Deathloop. They already had these deals way before Darkest Hero, before they even inked that contract with PlayStation or with Microsoft. So I mean, they were basically still trying to just keep their company afloat at that time while in talks to sell. So I mean, yeah, Microsoft could just be like, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and pull those games and not do them, but they're going to honor that contract, and which is cool. Because, I mean, if you think about it, dude, out of those two games, Ghostwire Tokyo is probably the only one that I'm really I mean, it looks like a new age Resident Evil. It kind of reminds me of like a new age Resident Evil / Clock Tower / what was that? Fear? Do you remember that game, Fear?
Oh yeah, dude.
Like
Fear is awesome.
it's giving me that vibe. So I mean, I kind of want to just play it. I'm probably just gonna buy it, even if I don't like finish it or like it. I want to play it just because I'm curious and I want to see what's going on in that game.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I mean, that kind of sucks. I hate having to do that. I really hate buying games like that to like experiment on them. I know it's going to be out on Game Pass in a year, but oh man. Hey Sev, welcome back, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you're right on time, dude. We've only been talking for like 40 minutes. You're right on time. Horizon's melee combat is terrible. Well, it's not.
Well, I mean,
Toby,
just slashing.
it's not made to be like it's not made to be a melee combat. It's made to be like a death blow or like a couple hard hitting hits for you.
Yeah.
On the smaller like animals and stuff, you can usually knock them down, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I would like a Max Payne again.
Yeah, dude, Max Payne.
Max Payne 3 was dope. Like, I had no problem with that game. That game was awesome.
I played the first 2 and I never finished 3. Because it was totally like right at the time of like console generation upgrade, and once I moved forward, like I didn't go back. If they would have upgraded the games for next gen, I would have kept playing them. But
yeah,
Horizon Zero West melee, because there was no. Yeah, at the first and last generation, there was no backward compatibility with PlayStation 4, and I got it like right at launch, so I didn't really. Yeah, dude, like what was I supposed to do?
That cell processor. PS4 just couldn't handle that cell processor.
Yeah. Dude, the PS4's cell processor was more powerful than the PS4's freaking CPU, man. That's so bad.
Yeah.
As far as PlayStation will have new games this year, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm probably gonna be okay with Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding upgrades for the PlayStation.
They're definitely having that event in August, right? Like that's for a sure thing. They're gonna have like an hour event in August. I'm sure they're gonna announce something. I don't know what the hell they're gonna show, but it's gotta be something.
If they do one in August, that would be 6 months before February. So if they do announce something that's coming out,
spring.
It's going to be early 2022.
And historically, fun fact: the last God of War released in April, right?
Yeah,
2018. I think the series.
I think they're shooting for April. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I'm sorry,
at least historically speaking,
boring to me. I can't play it more than a few hours. Yeah, dude. For Horizon, for me was I basically had to sit right through it. Actually going back into it to try to play more around with it, I can't play it for more than a few minutes. I think of the only good PlayStation games I have played in the past year is God of War and Ghost of Tsushima. Like favorite games, probably Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Gran Turismo Sport. I bought Dreams. I don't know what the hell to do in that game, but
I bought it too, and it was like
I'm like, oh my gosh, dude! I spent like
what the hell is it?
I've spent like 10 hours just playing around with that game, and I'm like, duh.
I
don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do the PSVR 2 in August, Darkest Hero. I mean, they might, but if they do, it's probably. I don't know. I would think they would save that for something a little bit bigger, like, well, no, maybe Tokyo Game Show or Gamescom. Isn't Gamescom in August though?
Yeah, something like that.
I think
Media
Gamescom
Molecule should be making another game. You think they're gonna announce the next Media Molecule game? The Little Big Planet guys that made that Dreams game. After that was like a big flop. They got to make another game. So what's their next game?
Okay, guys.
Dreams is amazing, but like
Gamescom is August 25th to the 27th. So that's in Germany. So that might be the next. They might do something for that. I think was PlayStation at Gamescom last year? No, because of the whole world was on lockdown. So I don't know. Jeff, it was nice seeing some improved melee options in the trailer. Yeah, guess you guys got that. It does look a little better. Me personally, for Horizon, I'm excited to play through the story in the new world to see what it's got, man.
Yeah.
Media Molecule should do another big planet. Yeah, they probably should. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that was.
I would
Media
love
Molecule.
if they actually made a game again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they spent like almost 7 years on Dreams or something like that.
Gosh, yeah, that's freaking terrible.
And you know what the fucked up part about Dreams is that after you build something in that game, it's not like you can like export it to something else. It can only be in Dreams.
It's only in Dreams. Yeah.
So like, if you make something incredible,
did they even upgrade
really
that for PlayStation 5 yet?
I have no idea. I know it's VR compatible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember the VR. The VR update. I was waiting for that to come out, and I did play it in VR like a couple of times. The control on that thing just sucks so bad. Sometimes you're like, what the freaking hell are you supposed to do with this? You need a mouse and keyboard to navigate that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Darkest Hour, that's understandable, but maybe give it a little more time. It does get better. Oh, which one? Horizon? Dude, Horizon is a very slow starting game.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's not as slow starting as Death Stranding, but it is pretty slow starting.
Not much is slower than Death Stranding.
Nothing is slower than Death Stranding, dude. If you can suffer through the first 6 to 8 hours of Death Stranding, you made it.
Golden.
You made it. You are gonna have a good time from that point on.
That game challenges you for sure.
Dreams is a solid teaching tool for aspiring developers. So if
they have better ones on PC though.
Fundamentals at a coding level, it would be the best teaching tool you could. Yeah, I do like. Don't get me wrong, Sev. I do like Dreams. I just, oh my gosh, dude, it's just so. It's one of those games you like have to sit down and like really, really focus on to learn anything.
You can make your own music in that game too. Like they have a sound engine and everything in that game. There's a lot of stuff in it.
How long have you played on it? Played with
like a couple hours. I got overwhelmed. So I'm like,
yeah, dude, like 10 hours is. I think I've done like 5 sittings at like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours a piece.
Yeah.
When I was flipping through my thing, I think it said I've been in there for like 10 hours. So I usually sit down when I sit down with it for like a little while, a couple hours. But dude, it just gets, like you said, so overwhelming that that I just turn it off because I end up getting more frustrated with it than anything.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to like do something and I'm trying to like zoom in and move around and stuff, dude, it's just so like the controller on it, it really sucks. It needs mouse and keyboard support so that you can like do something with it.
They say the move controllers are like what you're supposed to use. Like
I tried it with the move controllers, dude, because I had the freaking VR and I was trying it with, the move controllers, and dude, even that was kind of confusing, man. So I don't know. I need to find another. I need to get another old camera, or I wish PlayStation would update that one so I could use it with my VR.
Yeah,
that really sucks, dude. The other camera that I had the cats chew through the cord, so it didn't work anymore. And that was pretty irritating, dude. I hate cats sometimes. Anyone looking forward to the Ascent? Yes, I do want to play the Ascent.
Yeah, I remember they showed that a while back.
Basically being restarted in terms of its development. Sadly, it might be a while. Really? When did you hear about this? Resident Evil 4 remake being restarted.
You think they would just cut their losses and restart? Like, I
really hate having to go to work at a full-time job, man, because all this freaking information comes out like when I'm at work and stuff, and it's so hard to like see anything other than like.
I would love a Fear remake. I would love they went back to that game.
Oh, PlayStation. First details on the new Trap for Orcs Must Die 3. The House of Ashes is coming out from... Did you play Until Dawn?
Yeah. I played through most of the different paths too. Not all.
I played through that one. I really liked that game, so I'm really hoping that.
Did you play the next one? That team made another game. They made an anthology series. Or whatever.
Yeah. I did play. I did play the very next one from the Dark Pictures anthology.
Yeah.
I did play that next one. I'm waiting until this other one comes out, this House of Ashes, and I'll just buy the trilogy set or whatever, and then play that one.
Yeah, I haven't played the next one in the series yet. I mean, I was looking at it; it didn't look as good as Until Dawn. That game's just good. Lots of good actors
Yeah.
in that game too.
Let's see, but I don't understand why they didn't include coding behind Todd.
Oh yeah, nice.
I do understand why they didn't include coding being taught in the game, because honestly, that is probably the most boring part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. On PC, you could get those engines, and if you learn how to code in them, you can make
That's
your own
kind of,
games.
I've been thinking about that. Like I might try to jump into like UE5 or something and like play around with it when I get my computer set up and stuff. I might actually do that. Alex, nice poster. DC is better than Marvel. Yeah, we're definitely DC guys here, man.
All right.
Definitely DC.
How about that Black Adam?
My favorite character for DC is Superman. It's always been that way. And then my favorite Marvel character is Captain America.
They're like this. That's like the same.
They're basically the same kind of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite. Capcom better not rush it. Yeah, dude. I don't think they're gonna rush it, man. They'll do a decent job with 4. They know how much 4 means. 4 was probably one of the better ones in the series, so I don't think it'll get rushed, guys. Batman all the way. Batman's pretty cool, man. He's just Superman, the Green Lantern.
Green Lantern ring.
Oh yeah.
It
was reported a few months back. Sadly, the same team who did Resident Evil 3 make was working on it, and because RE3 make was poorly received compared to RE. Oh, okay. Even if they did that, they probably kept all the. They probably still have all the assets and everything that they were working on. So they moved it over to the team that was working on Code Veronica remake. That really sucks because I wanted Code Veronica first.
Yeah. Speaking of Batman. Well, how about the Batman games? Gotham Knights. When's that supposed to be dropping here?
That got pushed to 2022.
So, what does that push back? Suicide Squad kills Justice League as well. Do they push back that as well?
I think Justice League was also pushed to 2022. Honestly, and then you were saying something earlier about that Superman game that might possibly be in the works.
WD Montreal is already. They're setting up the next game that nobody knows what it is. They say it's a new IP, but I don't know what that means.
That'd be good if it's Superman, dude. I would really love a Superman on the next gen consoles. I think they could finally possibly get it right. And I'm like, dude, if you're gonna do Superman, you got to make him strong, and you got to give us choice, and it's got to be
big old city.
Are you going to use your powers for good, or are you going to destroy the whole city? You know what I mean? Like, there better be some cool destruction in there.
Brainiac could be fighting a bunch of robots,
Brainiac robots. So I know they can make one now. Like I know they can make one. Like there's no reason why they can't make a freaking good Superman game.
Yeah, there was a Japanese developer that
Unity
made
and Unreal, but I seem to like Unreal just a bit more. Every game that I've played on Unity, I'm just like, ooh, gosh, man, I don't know if I like the visual style, the visual makeup of the Unity engine, to tell you the truth. The only one that's really like looked good has been Ori and the Will of Wisp, man.
Yeah.
You hope it's a new Batman game, Capilla? I do want a new Batman game. I'd be all right with that. But we're getting at basically the Gotham Knights. It's gonna be the closest thing to Batman we're gonna get.
Lots of different Batman.
I'm pretty sure that Batman's just hiding somewhere, and he'll be a playable character.
Well, when's the Batman movie coming out? That comes out next year, right? 2022. Yeah, I guess they're coinciding Gotham Knights with that. So, I guess that's your Batman game for that.
I don't know how excited I am for the sparkling vampire to be the Batman, dude.
Yeah. Gotta get over it. He's a good actor. He's a great actor,
man. Like, dude, that's the image I got stuck in my head, dude. I went to see that movie, that first one. Like, well, I don't even remember what it's called, but
Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight. I went to see that, and I'm like older at that point. I went to go see that, and like, I'm serious, dude. Right when he started sparkling, I got up and left. I was like, dude, what the heck is this crap?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of movies since then. I would recommend everyone watch Lighthouse.
I'm definitely Team Jacob, man. No, I'm just that shit was so dumb, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. Every time I see Robert Patterson, that's all I think is sparkling vampire, dude. I'm like, gosh.
The
Isn't
ladies like it.
Ubisoft doing Star
He's
Wars?
gonna
Yep,
pull a wild
Ubisoft is
shit.
doing a new Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Capcom's to blame for RE3 remake. The dev team that worked on it had little to no creative liberty on the project. Well, yeah, they might have done that. They might have shot themselves in the foot with that, dude. I mean, I didn't see me personally. I didn't think the remake was that bad. I did like it, and I appreciated the fact that, you know, I mean, sometimes I really appreciate them games I can just get through in a couple hours, just boom, just bang them out. But then at the same time, I'm like, wow, man, there really wasn't a whole lot to that. So
I paid $60 for that.
Yeah, dude, and I bought it day one because I'm a freaking Resident Evil sucker.
Dude, Resident Evil 2 remake was fucking game changer. You know what I'm saying? That came out, huge shit. Now they're making remakes of everything, really.
Yeah, Darkest Hero says Suicide Squad gives me Marvel's Avengers vibes, not good. Right when I saw the thing for that Suicide Squad, I jumped on Twitter to Rocksteady and I was like, dude, nobody on the planet watched this game. What are you guys thinking, man?
It's crazy. Warner Brothers has license like for every DC character, but all they want to do is make Suicide Squad stuff. You got like 2 movies, you get a game. Like, who's asking for all this Suicide Squad?
Well, they do the
stuff?
Suicide Squad, and the thing that made me mad is they made Superman evil in it. And I'm like, why do you guys keep trying to portray like Superman is like some evil dude, man? Like,
it's always the cop out, man.
Get out of it, man. Get over it. Like, Superman is like the best thing we've had, you know. I mean, I'm always gonna think Superman's the best. That's just me.
Well, Superman's a god. What can you do? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I just want a Blood Rain game. Yeah, dude, Blood Rain. That shit was so cool back then. I love them freaking games, you know, like Castlevania, Laminate of Innocence, you know, like when they do like the acrobatic, when you dodge and it's all like acrobatic and stuff. I like that, you know, like backflips and stuff like that. I think that shit's cool, man. But now it's just like they just move, they like jump to the side or something, and it's starting to get a little dumb. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 4 VR for Superman versus Goku. There we go. That's exactly what we need, man.
Have you
Superman
tried
versus Goku?
The VR thing, the Quest one? Have you tried that?
I haven't tried one of those yet. I'm thinking about possibly getting one, but I just the whole Facebook thing, man. Like, it's the same thing with Google Stadia, dude. I don't want to go out of my way to give Facebook or Google any more information about me than they already have. You know what I mean? I don't trust them to hang on to my purchases. And it's weird. Gotham Knights takes place in a separate universe, and Suicide Squad takes place in the Arkham universe. Yeah, it should be the other way around.
Because when you look at the Gotham Knights trailer, it totally looks like Arkham Knight. It looks like the same engine. You know what I'm saying? The same layout of the city. Even like it's like very similar.
That's the one thing that I thought was different. Was it definitely looked more. It looked. Well, neither one of them. I mean, not even Suicide Squad.
I don't think we've seen gameplay for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad one that just looked like a bright, open, like world. I didn't like that. I did not like what I saw when I saw that Suicide Squad game. I have no desire to play it, none whatsoever. When it
Did
comes
they show
to
gameplay of that game, the Suicide Squad one,
no, they didn't show Suicide. They just showed the thing. I'm just, dude, why would anybody want that game, man? Like, I don't get it.
I don't. Yeah, a lot of people watched the movie. I guess that's what they were looking. Yeah, it made a lot of money, so maybe that's what they were looking at.
Yeah, Gotham Knights looks way better than Suicide Squad, guys. Way better.
It's gonna be interesting. Isn't it a co-op multiplayer game too? Like, it's gonna be.
You can play it all single player or co-op. And see, okay, that's the one big thing I hate about Marvel's Avengers. Okay, Marvel's Avengers is not a bad, like the story part is not bad. Like I thought it was fine, but it feels like a bait and switch, guys. It feels like you go through this like really highly crafted like campaign or whatever, where all the environments looked amazing, like all next gen and everything, and then you get into these like PlayStation 2 looking open world looking things that just look like crap. It didn't look it's like a bait and switch, man. I don't get the crazy appeal for Suicide Squad game. Justice League would have been Justice League would have been way better.
Superman game by Rocksteady.
I just want a Superman game. Like I don't even care, dude. As long as it's not that damn cartoon Superman and it's a more realistic looking Superman, like I'd be happier with that.
Yeah, I think Rocksteady was actually supposed to make that Superman game before they dropped it and went towards the Suicide Squad versus Justice League.
And then they kept all the art and everything they had for Superman and just turned it into a Suicide Squad game so that they could use. Yeah, I think that's what happened too. They got cold feet and decided to do that.
I don't get it though, because I feel like everybody's been asking for a Superman game since like N64. You know what I'm saying?
Like reports from. Also, I got so many exploit reports from Chivalry 2 just this week. I love you guys for the support, but I hate you for making me. Oh, man, it's a good game. I was playing a little bit of it this week. I'm going to play some more this weekend, too, when I get that new controller. Mm-hmm. That's basically what I bought it for, that bumper button. Rocksteady should have been working on either Superman or Batman Beyond. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want a Batman Beyond game, to tell you the truth.
Jetpack Batman. That'd be cool.
I'm not really into the whole cel-shaded look for games most of the time, guys. Like, that's probably the reason why I stay away from JRPGs as much as I do, is because I don't know why, but I sometimes I feel like they're just not they're not worth the money. Not, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they're cheap because they're cartoon graphics, and that really sucks.
Yeah, well.
I'm a picky. Like I'm a graphics whore. No, I'm just joking. I like that. I like them. I like the realistic graphics, but I don't want it to look realistic. I want it to look cooler than realistic. You know,
well, I mean, I'm sure it is cheaper to make a cel-shaded game too.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure
way cheaper to make.
They should be more affordable. I mean,
the art is way cheaper.
But was it Delusional Grandeur? The Lord of the Rings game, the Gollum game. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe they're making this game.
I'm a little excited for it, but I mean, it's coming from Nacon.
Yeah,
it's coming from Nacon. Nacon is the publisher now, and the last game that I bought from Nacon that wasn't a racing game was that werewolf apocalypse or something, and like that game is like PS2, bro. Seriously, PlayStation 2 game. I think no one wants is Lord of the Rings Gollum. I'm kind of a little bit excited. Borderlands is cel shaded. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. And I don't go out of my way to. I bought Borderlands. I've bought in all the Borderlands, but I don't play them that much. Yeah, and that really sucks. Same in Avengers, and literally nothing but a few bosses are actual people. Yeah. It's not that I don't like freaking. I mean, I do, but I don't like cel-shaded games.
Game.
It
kind of Samurai Jack game that just came out recently. Well,
which one?
The Samurai Jack game. It came out. I want to say earlier this year, maybe last year.
Is that on PlayStation?
Yeah, it is. It's on the store. It was like $20 when it came out. But yeah,
okay. I think I know what one you're talking about. Yeah,
it was like something through time. I don't know, like
my precious simulator. Yeah. Exactly. I want to see what they do with RoboCop. Yeah, I want to see what they do with RoboCop, man. I hope that they do a good job with that game, to tell you the truth. Cell shaded is fine, but it's mostly used because it is easy to run and animate it without much fuss. It definitely has to be the right kind of game for me when it comes to cell shaded, because I don't know, man. I guess I'm just kind of old and I grew out of that cell shaded look. I mean, if the cell shading is like really high fidelity, maybe. I mean, that looks all right. Like Borderlands 3 looked pretty good. So, and especially, now on the Series X, it looks a lot better.
But if it's like Telltale.
The Telltale. I just don't. I equate everything like that to a Telltale game, man. So I'm just like, oh gosh, it's like a $20 game.
It's so amazing how fast Telltale grew and then collapsed. Like how fast it grew and collapsed.
Yeah, they were doing a pretty good job, and that was without me buying any of their games. I don't think I've ever bought the only Telltale games I've ever gotten are the ones that I've gotten like on PS Plus or Games with Gold.
They just never improved the engine. They just kept pumping out these games without making any improvements to the actual game.
I tried one of them Batman ones, and I don't think that there was like any was there even any combat in that game?
It's just like you press X, like that's the combat. Press X, you press triangle,
and it's probably like a. So it's probably one of those QTE events.
Yeah. That's essentially their entire games are like that. But yeah, the problem with those games is that they'd run like shit. They're so bad. Frame rates are
Jeff,
like
even if it is more stealthy than Shadow of Mordor, we're talking about two completely different developers. We got Warner Brothers Games, or I don't know if I think the last thing they made was probably, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that more and see what other games the guys that are making Golem made. Warner Brothers Games, which would include Middle Earth games, which are good. If Microsoft buys Warner Brother Games, then they also get that tech for the oh gosh, what was it called again? The Nemesis system. So that would be kind of cool. Then you could see the Nemesis system in all of Microsoft's games.
Yeah, but that's Warner Brothers would have to agree to that, wouldn't they? Like I don't know if they would want to sell to just like Microsoft, limit their audience like that. I don't know. They want to try to make their games on every platform. But
I mean that's definitely the thing too. If Microsoft buys them if Microsoft buys Warner Brothers Game Studios, and they don't buy all the IPs outright, then they have to rent the IPs, which means they would possibly have to do multi-plat, just like they're stuck with MLB The Show.
Yeah,
but
Sony
got backed into doing that the show.
Yeah,
and then giving it away on Game Pass, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that was.
But the game still boots up. It still boots up with the Sony.
Yeah, Sony right when I turned it on my Xbox, I was like, "Ooh, yeah, look at that, man! Sony on the Xbox." I was like, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
I love the Telltale games. Supposedly, there's a new Wolf Among Us sequel coming from someone, also Walking Dead games. Yeah, I never played any of those Delusional Grinder.
Stories are great.
I never went out of my way to freaking do those, man. I don't know. I don't see any value. And that sucks, man. I don't see any value in damn cell shaded graphics most of the time.
I want to see the pores on their face.
I want to see cooler graphics than freaking cartoons, man.
I want to see the sweat.
Especially if I'm paying full price for it.
Yeah. I want to see every little blade of grass.
Yeah. Another great cell shaded fighter was Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I've got Dragon Ball, or I've got Kakarot. I've got One Piece World. I mean, I do buy them. I'm not saying that I don't buy these games. I just I lose interest in them a lot faster because of the cell shading. Whereas Scarlet Nexus, though, that game held my attention all the way through. At least through the Yuito story. I need to get on there and play the Kasane one. I don't like her main weapon, so I don't. I like Yuito and the sword, but I don't really like the thing that she like throws around. So it's a little bit harder for me to want to play that. Mm-hmm. Just like Deathloop will have an Xbox. I hope so. That's gonna look so cool, man. My bad, Evans. Get what you mean. Yeah. Oh man. So I figured out what's making me yawn. It's this damn juice.
Is it? What is it?
I got
What are you
this.
smoking?
It's called Wet,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a grape flavored one, and it's a little like it tastes a little bit drier because my wife does the same thing. Like after like during night when we're vaping, we both start yawning now. That damn juice.
It's all that THC in it.
Should only be used on lower end devices like Switch and mobile. Yeah, I am perfectly okay with purchasing a game cell shaded full price on Nintendo Switch because I feel like that is exactly. I mean, Yo Jimbo nailed that. That is exactly where I believe those visuals are needed. Paying full price for cell shading on Xbox One or Xbox Series X or PS5. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so if they got like Pixar graphics, like Kenya, 100% perfectly okay with that. That shit looks cool. I'm all on board. When it comes to like cell shading or the cartoon, man, dude, Scarlet Nexus looked freaking badass. I was very happy with that. No cap, I thought Kasane was using playing cards as a weapon. Yeah, that's why I'm doing Kasane's story first. I want to get it out of the way. Yeah, guys, I should have just started with her because I don't know, man. I like Yuito, dude. Yuito is freaking amazing, dude. He's like that kind of character, like no bullshit. He's like the kind of dude you'd want as your friend, man. He was a solid dude, man. I really like the way he was written. I like the way all the characters were written. When I play JRPGs and they're like annoying, like with the girls acting like little 16-year-olds and like jumping around and like doing all the stupid shit, that's dumb, dude. I don't want to play that garbage. Like I have no desire for that. Basically, Code Vein was a freaking waifu simulator, bro. That's I mean, like you could sit there and design your little waifu forever, you know, and I'm like, duh, dude. How far into Kasane's Yuito is a very gullible though. Yeah. Well, he's not gullible, he just wears his heart on his sleeve, man. And that's kind of like, you know, he trusts the people around him.
Who played Ni no Kuni, huh?
Which one?
Ni no Kuni?
Yeah. No, I didn't play that.
The White Witch.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard.
Those some great
like
games.
Persona 5, dude. I want to get into that game, but the freaking art style just throws me off, man.
And there's so many like tedious tasks you got to do. Like you got to
waifu simulator.
Dance. Yeah,
it's true, man. I think Code Vein is probably one of the best waifu simulators out there too. Yuito is who I'm playing right now. Yuito is a freaking amazing story, dude. I love that game, dude. It's so good. Look at Link's Awakening on Switch. It lags and hitches, but check out Cell Shaded Breath of the Wild. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely true. That Breath of the Wild runs so good on the Switch. I don't remember having any problems playing through that. It felt pretty good. I'm in phase 2. Did you just get it, Jeff? 12 phases. I don't like spoiling games for anybody, but you know, there's 12 phases, and I was like, man, because I was going through it. And my playtime says I got like 46 hours in that, but I don't know if that's exactly. Yeah, he's just waiting to get a PS5. You're just waiting to get a PS5, or you just haven't been able to get one.
No, I've been waiting. There's ways to get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. It's actually a good thing I waited because like now I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna have like 5 games to play on it immediately. Yeah. Like they're just waiting for me right now.
You'll have more stuff to play on it than anybody else.
Yeah, I'll be busy for a while.
Waifus in Neo 2. Yeah, you're right, Toby. That's very true. You can definitely make some pretty good waifus in Neo 2 as well. I still think Code Vein's a little better than Neo 2, but yeah, no, I don't know, man. That might be true. Playing on the PS5 game I'm playing the PS5 game from PS Plus this month. You just gotta let go. But now this month, right now, you're playing A Plague Tale. We are beta testing it for you.
You guys are working out the kinks, okay?
Yeah.
People have been having a lot of problems with like Returnal and stuff. Like some people weren't even able to play the game. Like
Yeah, there was a lot of bugs in it.
I don't know
Like
if
if
they
you
fixed it yet.
so if you
Yeah.
when you download or when you pre-ordered it, you got like access to three different suits or two different suits or whatever.
Mhm.
If you wore either of the other two, you could play for a minute, but then you would get like stuck in areas. And if
Mhm.
you like put it into rest mode, it would like corrupt your game or something from what I heard.
Mhm.
Yeah, Plague's Tale. I couldn't rent the name off the top. Oh yeah, Plague Tale is
Mhm.
freaking one of those good games that I played last generation. I bought
Yeah.
that one day one when it came out. I love it. I'm so grateful for this update. It's
Mhm.
such a good update.
I've never played it,
Oh,
but now
dude,
it's in my library. It's in
you
my
will
library
play
for
it and
free.
you will. I think you're probably gonna like it. It's
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
take your time with it and enjoy the story because that's basically what it is. Like it's a story game, and I appreciate playing those because I just game so much that when I get one of those kind of
Good
experiences, I just
story.
want to take my time and play through it.
Yeah,
I play
I am
Warzone on my
about
PS5 with a
narrative-driven
keyboard and
games.
mouse because you can
Yeah.
turn off crossplay because they have a huge hacking issue on PC. Yeah, dude, Call of Duty, man. I tried to download Warzone the other day, and I'm so irritated with it that
Yeah,
I can't believe I have to download almost 300 gigabytes just to play the freaking just to play the damn campaign.
Mhm.
Can't do that on Series X.
Yeah, I can't. I'm all about narrative-driven games for sure. If I got a good story in the game, I'm definitely gonna play it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, A
100%.
Plague's Tale was so good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate games like that. I don't know why, but I appreciate games that like they just have a really good story to them. Like
Yeah.
because once I get hooked into a story, and I mean it doesn't have to be the best story in the world, just has to be a coherent story.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it kept my attention and I was like caring about it and caring about the characters, usually I'm pretty okay with that. But I mean, I rarely ever play story games that I just don't like. I mean, Days Gone is so kind of a like spread out for me
Mhm.
that like I don't understand what the hell I'm doing. Like, am I looking
Mhm.
for my girlfriend? Like, what am I doing? I mean, is she like I don't understand. Like, I mean, what's my point of like doing anything? Go track down a scavenger band? Like, I don't know, dude. It doesn't make me want to get into it.
Yeah, there's definitely highs and lows with that game.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
COD. Yeah, dude, COD is not worth the S. You're completely right. I don't think I'll ever try downloading it again.
You know what game I'm playing right now? Soma, the horror
Soma?
game. Soma.
Oh, I haven't played that one yet. It's probably like
The guy-
1080p, so I'll probably never download it.
The guy,
I mean,
same makers of Amnesia.
that really sucks too, man. Because I won't buy games if they're only in 1080p. I won't. I have no desire to see how fuzzy it looks on my 4K TV.
Yeah.
Can't
Well, you
turn
got to
off
play it on
crossplay
1080. You got to play it on older TV. That's what you got to do.
Okay, Rod, man, you didn't miss anything, dude. Yeah, work sucks. You've only missed like an hour and 17 minutes. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's definitely not bad. Soma is deep. If I can get like a 4K upgrade for it, or maybe I'll try it when I get up my PC.
Just go hook up your old TV and play it.
Yeah, just go get a 1080p.
Yeah. You can probably find one for like $50.
I did play The Evil Within. I played both of those. I like the first one better than the second one. I like the grittiness of the first one. The second one was more like it felt more like cartoony. The second game felt a little more like a lot more easy, like it was like dumbed down for something. You know what I mean?
The first game was hard. Yeah,
the first game was freaking brutal, man. I was like, oh my gosh. That game was freaking hard, man, but I loved it. That was a good experience. And I played that one when it had the black bars. And now I guess you can have those off, hook up the CRT for the old school.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know, man. Digital Foundry's been talking about CRT and how the games are looking on that compared to the flat panel, and it might not be bad. Just came back from seeing the Black Widow with wifey. Was it any good? Actually, don't tell me. I'm gonna wait until it comes on Disney Plus. So I probably got a few months.
I mean, you could buy it on Disney Plus for like $30 right now.
Oh, you can buy it, really?
Yeah, you can buy it.
I
You'll have
thought
it
I
for
thought
like,
they were making. I thought they were doing that one 100%. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll pick it up this weekend then.
yeah, I could have swore. Check your Disney Plus. I could have swore. But yeah.
Dying Light has the best drop kicks. Yeah, dude, Dying Light 2 looks pretty good, man. Like
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't ever finish the first one.
No,
But
I
the
never
second one
finished the
looks
first
dope.
one either. I got to a
Yeah.
part where I got pretty into it, but like those night things, they freaked me out so much that I was just like, I'm done. I'm
It's
good,
intense.
man. That's that. Yeah, rent
I
it.
got high blood
LOL.
pressure. I can't do
I
this.
saw Black Widow in theaters. Dude, I like Black Widow as a character, but I don't know, man. $30 seems like a lot of dollars. Dying Light, I had to use the Elite controller to play just so I wouldn't jump or switch jump to a damn A button. Yeah. I do not watch anime often.
Yeah, it's
Like
been
I
a
haven't
while.
watched anime for a while.
I think the last show I watched was like Black Clover. I got like
The
50
last
episodes.
the last anime I watched, guys,
Yeah.
was Ninja Scrolls. Yeah. That was like the girlfriend that I had at the time, she was like really into anime and stuff, and like yeah, that movie was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Animes
seen it?
go on for a long ass time, dude. There's like 300 episodes for every anime show. They're killing me. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what I'm
dude,
saying?
I don't have the time to sit and watch all that
Yeah.
stuff, guys.
It's a lot. Attack on
Attack
Titan's
on
probably the
Titan.
shortest one. Yeah.
You know what, that I did watch the first episodes of the Castlevania on Netflix. I guess that's anime. I did watch those. Sorry, I totally forgot. Vampire Hunter D. Oh my gosh, I remember Vampire Hunter D on the PlayStation freaking 1. That was a game that was supposed to come on PlayStation 2. Yeah, I remember Vampire Hunter D. That was pretty good. And I do know that, and I did know that it was an anime, but I never watched the anime. I did play the game though. Paid $35 for IMAX Black Widow. You might as well order it on Disney Plus for $30. Yeah, at least then I can bring the whole family over and watch it, right? Bring over as many people as I can get packed into my front room and
Right.
pay the $30. Charge them all $10. No, I'm just joking.
I'll feel that.
Last one I watched was Higashi. I can't say that, dude. Higurashi When They Cry. Yeah. I remember that Vampire Hunter D though. That was pretty good. I like that game. That was like when you would go to walk through the door, it'd be all walking and stuff during the loading screen. And I was like, whoa, man, look at those graphics, because that was like right at the end of the PlayStation 1 generation. That was pretty cool.
Olds.
So what about Xbox? Alex getting one? I'll let him answer that.
No. Not for a while. Sony Pony for life.
Yeah, definitely get the series. I think, dude,
They got
honestly,
okay.
this is the generation to have both. You have both consoles. You have you don't have to sit and the Legend of Kain. Yes, I remember the Legend of Kain. That was a good game too. I played a lot of that kind of stuff back in PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 generation. Soul Reaver was a pretty good one too. I really like that game, that Soul Reaver. I wish they would remake that. Honestly, somebody just needs to remake that and the Legend of Kain.
What game series do you want?
Is it
to
the
come
Legend
back?
of Kain or the Legacy of Kain?
Legacy of Kain, wasn't it?
Yo, Jimbo, we're talking. I hope we're talking about the same game, vampire one, right? There was another one that came out around that time too. There's so many games right at the end of the PlayStation generation. Yeah, unless that $30 includes a purchase of a digital copy of the movie, it's pointless. Yeah, you know what? Delusional grandeur. I feel the same way, because I know they were doing that for a while. Like you would buy like a digital copy of it or something.
Yeah.
And now they're doing the whole rent thing, so they don't have to give you a copy. Oh, arcade game okay. Then I might not know what you're talking about. Let's see what that was. The Legend of Kane. The Legend of Kane.
But what game series do you want to come back? Like, what should come back that has been dead for a minute?
SOCOM.
SOCAM. I need some SOCAM.
Motorstorm. No,
Yeah.
I'll just start naming off all the ones that the PlayStation got rid of.
Yeah.
Resistance.
Resistance.
You stupid fools, man. You could have had my money hand over fist for these games forever. But
Time
no,
Splitters.
you chose to not make them. Dino Crisis, of
Dino
course.
Crisis, dude. Oh my god.
I do want a Dino Crisis remake or even a new game, guys. Like, why do we have to have remakes? Let's just get a new one. Yeah, remakes are great and all.
Turok.
I would definitely Ninja Gaiden, a new Ninja Gaiden, not that remake stuff or remaster stuff they did. Resistance.
Mm.
Me personally, I want the Onimusha series to come back. I don't want remakes. I want a new game. I want Castlevania made by From Software to come back.
That'd be awesome.
Who else do I really, really want? SOCOM. I definitely want SOCOM back.
Yeah, we need a third-person shooter game. That's dope. Online third-person shooter. That's not Fortnite.
Yeah. I want Need for Speed to be good again. I want
Blazing Angels. Do you remember that playing game, Blazing Angels?
Yeah, Blazing Angels. I remember Pilot Wings on the freaking 64, dude, or Nintendo, dude. Pilot Wings, man. That was. What's up, Patrick Wagner? How you doing, my friend? Bro, if a new Resistance comes out with multiplayer, yeah. Ghost Recon, like classic Ghost Recon, yeah, dude. I mean, I do like the big open worlds. Don't get me wrong, but I would like some more linear stories when it comes to like.
I appreciate linear games that have deep level design. You know what I'm saying?
Parasite Eve remake or sequel, yes, those games. I think a Parasite Eve 3 would do good. I mean, they don't necessarily have to remake stuff, but yeah, at least bring those back. Sly Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, they just played the fourth one. What was it called? Thieves in Time. That was the fourth one that they made for PS3.
Yeah. PS3 was the last Sly Cooper, huh?
Yeah. It was a while ago. It's like over 8 years ago now.
Yeah, dude. PS3 was probably the last generation that a lot of those games that we really liked. Motorstorm.
Apocalypse.
Motorstorm.
Twisted Metal. That was the last Twisted
Sly
Metal.
Cooper. Twisted Metal. Dude, there was a lot. Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Jack and Daxter. No, Jack and Daxter was PlayStation 2, huh?
Yeah, they got the HD remake for PS3, which, by the way, I just platinumed the Precursor Legacy.
I wish they would go back and make that new Jack game that they were going to do, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I want Naughty Dog to do it, though. I think they get some other team to do it.
I definitely want a Dark Souls 4.
For sure.
Sly Cooper was overtaken by Ratchet. That's why there's no more Sly.
Yeah.
I think there's room for both. To tell you the truth, I think there's definitely room for both.
I mean, when they did the Spyro, Reignited trilogy for PS4, I'm pretty sure that sold pretty good too. Yeah. And the Crash, that sold really good too. So,
dude, I bought that new Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation 5, and I didn't really mean to. Like on the PlayStation Store, you're like if you click on it, to like on the Xbox, you click on it and you can see more info. And I clicked on it and I didn't realize I added it to my cart. And so then I bought WRC 9 at the same time, and it was like $60. I was like, dude, I thought this game was on sale. And I'm like, oh, dude, I bought that crap too. I'm like, what the heck? That really sucks, man.
Oh, God.
I killed Sly Cooper. Yeah, dude, I'm going to be sad for the rest of my life about Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
Exactly. Give Sly Cooper and Insomniac. Let them do it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Insomniac could just do everything from now on. When's the last bad Insomniac game? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. Like I'm starting to forget about PlayStation developers that have been there for a long time. Like they're taking so long to turn out new games that you're just like, wow, what did you guys used to make? You know what I mean?
Sucker
Mercenaries.
Punch.
Yeah, Mercenaries. I actually think I still have a hard copy of Mercenaries 2 for the Xbox. I got Mercenaries 2, Colin McRae Rally, Need for Speed, and gosh, I think I have another one. Another Gauntlet would be good. Yes, we need a first-person shooter spanning the world, real time with the power of it. Yes.
Insomniac has been carrying
I
everybody.
think that is going to be the new Perfect Dark, Yo Jimbo. We're gonna get that. Good morning, Andy. Thought I'd go on a little bit later tonight so that you could actually join the show without having to stay up till 3 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
Kevin, welcome back to the show, my friend. I would love another Gauntlet. Yes. I want to play dude, if they did another Gauntlet, I would kind of like like the ones like back on the regular Nintendo. I wouldn't mind like having them do like that exact same like setup, but like with really with really stylized visuals, like characters and everything. I think that'd be kind of cool, man. Like to just play like oh yes, Tenchu needs to come back too, Toby. If they did like a Gauntlet game from like the ones they had in the 80s, but I'm actually at work night shift. Oh man, that's funny. If they actually did like a Gauntlet, like the same layout that it used to be back on Nintendo, but like the graphics be like really, really freaking intense, like really stylized and stuff, that would be cool, dude. I would play that. Tenchu. Yeah, I want Tenchu, a new Tenchu game. That's what I would like to.
Give me a bully.
I was thinking. Yeah, dude. Or even like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If they like rebuilt that game with like newer visuals, like realistic, like high quality visuals, but then right when you got to like a boss fight, it turned into like a 3D arena or something, and you were fighting the bosses in 3D like Dark Souls, like fighting bosses. That game would be so freaking cool, man. And like redo all of the cutscenes, like when you're like talking to Death when you first get there to him. Did you ever play that? You never played
Symphony of the Night?
Did you play Symphony of the Night?
I've actually seen people play it.
You need to download it, dude. It's like pretty cheap. You can get it on your PlayStation. Yeah. But that was like one of the first. That's the first game that got me into like RPGs. Was that game? Was like the action RPG. It was so freaking cool. I would love it, dude. If they would just if Konami would just freaking let From Software build us the next Castlevania, dude, it would be so good, so stylized. I would be pretty happy with that. Or let From Software build it and then let Bluepoint remaster it before they put it out. Darkest Tier, I recommend buying a PS3 on eBay. Best decision I made. Bought it for like $150 modded and play a bunch of classics. Nice. Wow. Yeah, Paperboy. We're getting pretty out there, Jimbo. All the way back to Super Nintendo and Nintendo. I remember playing Paperboy. That game was so fun. Or what was the other one? That skateboard game, Skate or Die. We need another Skate or Die, dude.
It's probably before my time. It's probably before
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, man. Our games on Nintendo, man, were pretty primitive. But like the first Dark Souls game I ever played was the Ninja Turtles game, dude. That game was so freaking hard, man.
Turtles Through Time? What was it called?
No. We're talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the regular Nintendo. It was like 87 or 86 or something. That game was so freaking hard. Oh yeah, I'm ordering.
All those games are hard. They didn't want you to beat it.
Yeah, that was Prince of Persia. They are bringing Prince of Persia back though, Capilla. It'll come out next year. Oh, the remake, and if it does really well, they'll probably make another one.
Knights of the Old Republic
3. Yes.
Do all of them and end it with a third one. Yeah, a brand new one. Remake
Eternal Darkness on GameCube. I remember that game. It was freaking so cool. There was another one, Andy, on I've been trying to remember what this game was. It's like a circus type, like scary game. It came out on the Dreamcast, and when it came out, there was like no like you couldn't do any like they didn't talk or anything, like their lips didn't move or something. I don't remember. A new driver game would be freaking fantastic. Oh, you know what, guys? Stuntman. Not the second Stuntman game, the first Stuntman. Remake that with today's visuals. I mean, that game already looked freaking amazing. Stuntman from Atari on the PlayStation 2 was so freaking good.
Just give me my resistance. Just give me my resistance.
Yeah, we'll get. I mean, they should do another resistance, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like, or at least a new. Not Bayonetta. What was that other one that they just packaged with Bayonetta that they did a remaster on?
Not what, right?
Oh, I forgot they did. Ninja Turtles with Ghost of Tsushima, Arkham Knight, Devil May Cry gameplay. Yeah. I think that would be pretty good. Splatterhouse Turbo Graphics. Oh, I remember Splatterhouse. Holy freaking.
Yeah, I got the collector's
that
edition
game was so freaking bloody when that first came out. That, or not. I don't know if Splatterhouse. There was one on Sega Genesis or PlayStation, or not PlayStation, but Nintendo. I think maybe there was a Splatterhouse on PlayStation. Maybe they did do Splatterhouse. I have the
collector's edition of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Vanquish. Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking. A new Vanquish game would be pretty cool.
I just thought of one.
Level Up on Netflix. It's about video games. I haven't. JC, welcome back to the show, my friend. I have not watched that. Really, Patrick. I didn't know you could do that.
Duke Nukem. Give me a Duke
Nukem. Yes, Duke Nukem. I forgot.
Forever was such a disappointment. You gotta give me one. You gotta set it right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I have like a love-hate relationship with Duke Nukem. They made some games that were first-person shooter of Duke Nukem, and then they made some that were third-person. And back then, I could not do the first-person shooters because they made me sick, like physically sick. But the Duke Nukem in third-person, those games like they felt like crap, you know, because it was like everything Bionic Commando was good, yes, but all the controls were like mapped to first-person shooter games, and like back then, you know, like it was basically like tank controls or a little bit better for like third person's Commando. What about if they could find a way to actually make a real Contra, like a 3D Contra, that'd be pretty cool. If they could do it with Doom, they could do it with Contra.
Yeah, man.
Contra. I mean, I guess I could imagine a Contra being like Returnal, to tell you the truth, like a bullet hell. Because that's basically what Contra was, is bullet hell. We need The Last of Us 2 director's cut. We'll get it,
dude.
Don't worry, buddy. We're gonna get that. Yeah. And that'll be the most expensive one yet, because they're gonna pack in the first game remade, and they're gonna want like $120 for this, dude.
They're talking about remaking that first game with The Last of Us 2 engine. You know,
if they make the first game with The Last of Us 2 engine,
I'll be fine with that.
I'll probably end up buying it, whatever. But I'm kind of over The Last of Us story, dude, to tell you the truth. Pitfall, yes, that would be pretty freaking cool. Yeah. The new Indiana Jones. Oh, wait, we are getting a new Indiana Jones game.
But it's on Xbox, isn't it?
I just hope it's not first-person shooter. Indiana Jones game is one of those kind of adventure games that you'd have to play with third person, I think.
I remember.
I guess unless he's old. I mean, if he's like really old and shit, maybe first person won't be that bad.
There was one on PS2 a long time ago.
Didn't we already get a AAA Power Rangers game, Toby?
Did we?
Isn't it on PlayStation and Xbox right now? Oh, I'm just sure. That game is like $20, dude. Junior, like I went out in the front room the other day. This is about a month ago, and Junior's sitting out there and he's watching like Power Rangers and stuff. So I'm like, oh man, I didn't know you like Power Rangers, and he quickly turns it off, and I'm like, dude, that wasn't inappropriate. You can watch Power Rangers.
Y'all think so? He thought he was in trouble.
Yeah, he thought he was in trouble for watching Power Rangers. He's 12. He's such a good boy, man. I was thinking about doing a review for the Pokemon Snap 2, and then having him sit in with me on it, because he's the one that plays it. So I don't know. Like, Junior, how do you feel about this game? Let him do all like the answering and stuff.
Yeah.
Speedball on the Amiga. No, I don't remember Speedball on the Amiga. I never played that. I never had an Amiga, dude. I was pretty much either Nintendo, Sega. In my early games, it was Nintendo, Sega, Jaguar, Game Boy, PlayStation, Dreamcast. I didn't do any, and then like I didn't do like the 3DO or the TurboGrafx or any of the other stuff. Yeah, we do have a new Crazy Taxi, Darkest Hero. It's just not Crazy Taxi. It just came out this year, I think.
You're making me yawn.
I know, man. Gosh, it's that vape juice. The vape juice is terrible. I should just break out my other bottle, but dang, man, I don't like doing that to my coil because then it just new Marvel versus Capcom in style of part 2. I kind of wish they. I mean, like I like the idea of the Avengers game, guys, but the way they're doing it is just so dumb. It needs to just be a big open world, man. Instead of this, I don't like the levels, dude. I don't like the grind levels. They're ridiculous. If they had the same quality as the main campaign, I would probably still play it, to tell you the truth. But instead of, I mean, I feel like they should be fixing that at least with every update. Put out a new stylized, grind maps with every update, and people would probably come back because I know that's something that turns a lot of people off. Is just if the game looks good, you're more willing to play it. You know what I mean? If it looks like crap, like who wants to play it?
Yeah. Like I'm probably playing that Kenya game just because it looks gorgeous. Like I have no idea what that game is or what you do in it or what it's about.
It looks like an action adventure role play.
But that's the thing. I don't really care what it's about. Like I'm just gonna play it because it looks great.
Because it looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll figure out what it is when I play it.
Yeah, the live service is pretty trash on that game too. I would have much rather just had a really coherent story, to tell you the truth. Manhunt and Manhunt 2. Yeah, those would be pretty cool games.
I would love if they just went back and like
Clay Fighters. I do remember Clay Fighters. Clay Fighters would be good.
On like a GTA
what was that?
5
what was
engine.
that one that came out on Dreamcast? That Ready to Rumble or something? You guys remember that boxing game? Like this game came out and like the Butterbean or whatever, like the fat guy and stuff. Dude, I remember that game. You like punch them and they get black eyes and stuff. It was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
You don't remember that? Ready to Rumble? The dude would be like, "Let's get ready to rumble," and it was the dude that normally announces those fights. It was his voice and everything in it. The game was so cool.
I was more into the WWE games.
Yeah.
Raw versus SmackDown. Yeah.
It was like a comedy. It was like a comedy boxing game, but it was pretty cool, man. I liked it. Also, the gear pieces have zero visual effects on your characters. Yeah, dude, that damn. I'm so disappointed with the Marvel Avengers guys, to tell you the truth. I felt like it was such a bait and switch. Like you buy this game and it's like an amazing looking campaign, and then right after that it goes into this like these crap worlds, and you're just like, oh my gosh, dude, like what is this garbage? And then I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the whole reason I bought the game was for Captain America, so you could understand my disappointment.
When I got to play as Captain America, you have to play as a new character.
The campaign,
right?
Like you get to play at the very end as Captain America, but yeah.
Why would I don't understand that? Why wasn't that the whole game? You just switched between the Avenger characters. Like,
well,
why isn't that?
They brought in what's her name? Is it Miss Marvel or?
Super memorable character.
Yeah, like Miss Marvel, like somebody that nobody really I didn't even know she existed until I saw her in that game. So
yeah, I
would like another Sacred. Yes, dude, Sacred 2, Sacred 3 wasn't that great. That's true. Sacred 2 was freaking pretty good. SmackDown versus Raw 2009.
That's the best one. That's the best one. That guy knows. He gets it.
JC Radio. Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Kamala Khan. Yes. I didn't even know who she was, man. Like I honestly did not know who Kamala Khan was until I played that game. And I mean I'm not trying to be like mean or anything, but I really didn't even know. I don't really follow Marvel that much. So like when I started seeing like all these characters, like when they started doing the Marvel universe, the movies and stuff, I'm honestly, I didn't know a lot of them existed.
Who the hell's Iron Man? I mean, you're going to watch the first.
Yeah, exactly. Who's Iron Man? No, I mean, I know who. I mean, like I know who like the general like few of them are, but like when it really gets into it, like I didn't know who Black Widow was. I didn't know who Hawkeye was. I didn't know who I don't think I'd ever seen anything on Black Panther until he was brought to the MCU.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know any of these guys existed.
The only way I knew who Thor was because of that movie Adventures of Babysitting.
Yeah.
With the girl who wears the Thor hat.
Yep, that's true. I didn't know Thor
Yeah.
was a MCU character until Thor.
Yeah, but now they're huge. Now they're huge heroes.
Kevin Sims, he remembers Ready to Rumble. Yeah, it was a freaking pretty good game, huh? Celebrity deathmatch game, like
That was a great show.
the Clay
Great
Fighters
show.
thing. I remember. We used to have a lot, or Def Jam. What was it? Def Jam something. We used to have a lot of pretty freaking cool games, man.
The Simpsons games, the good ones, Hit and Run, Road Rage.
Oh man, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 were pretty good generations. We got a lot of freaking games during those
Good
generations.
licensed games.
Yep, a lot of good ones back then.
A lot of crap ones, but a lot of good ones. There's a lot of crap ones.
Yeah.
They had a Batman Begins game or something. It was horrible.
Oh yeah, Batman Begins was so good, bad, and ugly. That was so bad. Well, dude, nothing tops Superman 64, bro.
Dude, that game looks like such trash.
Flying through Sonic rings, bro. I mean, like, what are we doing, man?
Everybody look up the gameplay of that.
Toby, the only one I played was the True Crime 1 and then Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs was supposed to be.
True Crime. Sleeping Dogs was supposed to be True Crimes 3, but I never did play the second game. I think that was it the California one or the New York one?
I don't know.
California was the first one. I think it was California the first one.
Sleeping Dogs was fucking awesome.
Sleeping Dogs. Dude, I bought that on my Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
And on my PlayStation, it looked pretty good, but I was like, oh, dude, that game holds up so good on the Series X, man. I was like, wow, dude, it looks like it's 4K. I don't think it's 4K, but
I would start every fight by running up and doing a side kick on somebody.
Yeah. I love that game. It's such a good game. I bought that what was it? Midnight Club, California or Los Angeles edition.
Yeah.
That game looks pretty good, dude. And like just seeing the physics in the car, like when you're driving, I didn't even know this game had a cockpit cam, bro. And it does. It has a freaking detailed cockpit cam. I was like, whoa, man, I better break out my racing wheel and see if it works. But it feels pretty good, man. Even on the controller, I was pretty surprised.
Nice.
True Crime New York was that's what I thought. Streets of LA was the first one. I personally preferred. Yeah, the first game was pretty cool. Running up to him and like putting them in like handcuffs and stuff. I remember that. That was such a good that was a good game. I like that. I played that one on the Xbox. Dead to Rights. You guys remember Dead to Rights? That was on that Xbox. Twisted Metal game.
Games, man. Dude, Twisted Metal Black scared the shit out of me when I first played it.
I think a new Twisted Metal game would really have to have like top tier destruction when it comes to like the wrecking and stuff. If they could do that, if they could make like the destruction like really good, I think it would be a good game.
Like, I don't know how they got away with some of the stuff in that game though. Like back in PS2. Remember the priest and like they would do the side story, their backstories and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And you would see all the fucked up shit like these characters did. Like I don't know if they can get away with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is some
Dead to Rights. I don't know if they ever made a second Dead to Rights, but that Dead to Rights was pretty cool, with the dog and everything. Those are I think that was on the first Xbox. Maybe the second one. And then you had that other one that was made like did you guys ever play that Jet Li game, Rise to Honor, where it had like the two sticks? Like you could face the people that way, but then the other stick you could like kick them. And then every time you'd move the other joystick, you would like throw a different punch or kick or something. That was so freaking good. That game was so good. I love that game. I wish they would remake Dead to Right or Rise to Honor. It was a PlayStation exclusive.
I'm watching
Back
I'm
when
watching
Jet
the
Li
MLB
was.
All-Star game right now.
You what?
The All-Star game on TV right now. The MLB All-Star game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm like looking away here.
Oh no, you're good, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's
Medal of
winning?
Honor. Speaking of honor, Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, they
Let's
did.
get that.
The new Medal of Honor is actually just PSVR or whatever, or VR. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they did make another one. They did bring it back, and it's VR. So Justin Almighty or Almighty Justin, yeah, I remember the Jet Li game. It was really fun, and Jet Li was my favorite martial artist. See, I went between Jet Li and Van Damme a lot, man. Well, I mean, there was more like Michael J. White. You had, dude. I used to watch those freaking karate movies all the damn time, dude. I grew up in the '80s and '90s, and that was like the cool stuff, man. Like Jet
Stranglehold.
Li. When Jet Li hit the scene, man, in Lethal Weapon 4, because I didn't see any of the Chinese films until after the fact. But once when I saw Jet Li in Lethal Weapon 4, oh, it was all over from there. Like that was my new favorite fighter guy. I've watched every single one of his movies. I used to
Did you
own them
watch?
all too, man.
You used to watch any John Woo films?
Yeah,
You know the game? The
there was
Stranglehold
that game that I don't remember the name of it though. That John Woo
Stranglehold.
one.
The
Because I
Stranglehold.
was thinking about
Wasn't it?
that. Which one?
Stranglehold. Was that the name
Yeah,
of it? I don't look it up right
Strangle.
now.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Woo.
Stranglehold. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, is that-
Oh, Jet Li, no Bruce Lee. Well, yeah, Bruce Lee. I liked Bruce Lee, but I mean, like I've seen like Enter the Dragon and Game of Death and all of those. The one Bruce Lee movie, you remember when they did the thing with Jason Scott Lee and made the Bruce Lee the story or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was freaking pretty good. Like I like that movie too.
Nice.
And then there was gosh, who else?
But
Oh, like
you ever
Michael
watch
Dudikoff in like those ninja movies and stuff. And then,
I recommend watching Jackie Chan's Hong Kong movies, like the police story
Jackie
ones.
Chan.
He does some crazy stunts in those movies.
Hi.
Insanity.
Your friend's on too?
Yeah,
What?
I know.
Hi, I just thought I'd tell you I was back.
Well, nice to see you. The stream's almost over. We got like 9 minutes left.
Yeah, but yeah.
Love you.
Jackie Chan for the win.
Jackie Chan. Yeah, I like Jackie Chan, just not as much as the other fellas.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love watching him get hurt on his stunts.
Yeah.
It's some great stuff. Insane
Jet
stuff.
Li, Bruce Lee, Van Damme. Van Damme was probably like one of my favorite, and then, like I've watched. I still do. Like if I'm gonna watch any movies, I like go back and just watch 80s freaking action flicks, man. That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody's leaving already, man. Where's everybody going? Oh, it's because I said we're ending in like 9 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all
We're
right.
winding down here.
Yeah, we're
burning
winding
the
down.
midnight
I wanted to try to play some games tonight, anyways. But
Yeah, I'm trying
yeah, I
to play
wanted to go
Soma.
live. I like to go live as much as possible. It's just it's fun, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot easier than trying to come up with an idea for a video. I'm not even joking, guys. Coming up with these freaking videos is just getting like everybody. Like by the time I get off work, every freaking YouTuber on there has a video up about it, and it's like, yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure everybody's well informed by now. Should I really make a video about it? I was told I can't play games tonight. Ooh, man. Dang, that sucks. Okay. You can't just sneak the Switch into the bathroom for a few minutes, bruh? That's why you need a Switch. Yes, Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris. Oh, dude, I always forget about Chuck Norris, man, because but I do. I think Chuck Norris is pretty good. There's that other guy like what's his name? Todd Bach or something? Tony Jaa. Tony Jaa. I'm thinking of the name of his movie, but Tony Jaa, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the best fight in a movie was?
Ooh. Best fight in a movie.
Like the
Matrix
best-
3. Neo versus Mr. Smith, whatever his name is. They're fighting through the air. We're talking about CG fights, right?
Yeah, I don't know about the fighting through Bill and Bill Ward. Oh yeah, Bill Ward.
Kung Fu ones.
Gosh, that never mind that last question, dude. That's a pretty hard one to answer
I
because
gotta think about it.
I've seen a lot of cool stuff, man, and I think Jet Li in that one with DMX when he's fighting the whole freaking UFC guys and Tony T and he punches Tito right in the face and he's just like, "Ugh," and he like growls at him or something. No, that's not the best one. I mean, that was pretty cool, but it wasn't like not by far, dude. That was just pretty insane, guys. Just watching some of the stuff that yeah, dude, and like I can't believe DMX has passed away too, man. I used to like that guy a lot. A lot
Richard
of those
Donner
movies.
passed away too.
Huh?
Richard Donner passed away last week.
Who?
The guy who directed Superman, the first Superman movie.
Oh wow.
He did. He
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we've been losing a lot of people, man. Gosh. Arnold Schwarzenegger, man, he's so old. He should probably just quit acting by now, dude. He should just be done with it. Let the newer, younger guys take over. Sylvester Stallone. Dude, I love them old 80s movies, man. I don't know. I guess the older you get, the more nostalgic you get. And it's like you feel more comfortable like when you start watching that like kind of stuff that you grew up on or something. I don't know what the heck it is. I'm trying to understand why I can like watch that stuff all day long, but this new stuff that's coming out, I'm just like, like I don't really care.
Pessimism.
Yeah, I am definitely a pessimist on a lot of stuff, dude.
Yeah, man.
Definitely get that way. I don't know, man. Like the new Hollywood actors, man, they just I don't know, man.
Chris Pratt in the Tomorrow War. Like I don't know if he's like he doesn't strike me as a big Hollywood movie star, but he's like starring in all these movies.
He doesn't strike me as a Hollywood star, and he really doesn't strike me as an alpha male.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, none of them do, man. They all got like beards and shit, and probably half of them can't even change a damn tire. So I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know about you guys. Like back in the day, you would like the 80s guys, like the 80s action stars, they looked like they were actually freaking like real men. The guys these days, they cry about all this like sissy stuff, and you're like, are you serious, dude? Like, how am I supposed to take you seriously in a movie and like look at you as a man, but you're crying about this shit, bro? Like, really? Like, what the heck is wrong with you, panties? What's up, Jet? I haven't seen you for a while, my friend. How you been? You made it to the last 3 minutes of the show. I'm just joking. We're just talking about like 80s movie stars now, as opposed to the new ones. This is Alex. He's going to be co-hosting with me every once in a while.
Wow.
We're gonna try to do 3 nights a week. Oh yeah, dude, work sucks. Tell me about it. And I hate work. But Alex here, he has his own channel too, Spectre Entertainment. He usually does he does more of the comic book stuff, but he is trying to get into gaming. So we're definitely gonna share the platform with him. A few nights a week.
Yeah,
I think
there's
it's
a link to my Twitch channels on my YouTube, by the way. I've been trying to play games on it, just like whenever I can. Twitch is tough, man. You gotta be on that shit like every day.
Dude, I gave up on Twitch, dude. I don't got boobies, and I don't have a swimming pool in my house, bro. So I like, what's the point, man?
You watch those streams too? You watch those streams?
I tried doing Twitch for a while. Nobody watches, so I'm just like, all right, peace. I'll just stream on YouTube, man. I get more people watching on YouTube than I ever have had on Twitch, dude. Yeah, nobody's ever like I've gotten maybe 1 or 2 people on Twitch, but I'll throw on a stream on YouTube, and boom, man, I get a lot more views on that than I ever got on Twitch. So there's no point in Twitch thoughts. Yeah, dude, that's just so dumb, man, to get on there.
Dude, they got it made. They got it
Yeah,
fucking
dude, I
made.
have.
They hit the genetic lottery. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. I'm like, I mean, I guess I can get a swimming pool if that's really what you guys want to see, but
Dude,
it's kind
I
of
think
creepy, dude.
that would probably blow up.
I mean, look what they're doing with Superman now, Dark and Evil. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it, Toby. Like, I feel like they're trying to, like, anybody that we looked up to when we were younger, like any of those superheroes or or like role models from our younger days, man. It's like they want to turn them all evil and stuff, or they want to like do the whole like the like race change or whatever. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I mean, Superman's a symbol,
Superman.
Captain America's a symbol. And
Yeah.
I mean, like the dude that they got playing like Cap now, Captain America, 100% fine with it, dude. I like that guy. He's great. He does that part justice. So, I mean, if they find a way to make it like feel if they find a way to make it feel like what's it called, like natural or whatever, like I'm perfectly okay with that, like I don't know, I mean, like, it's just you grow up for so long with something being like a certain way, and then when they change it, with just because of like some fad or something, it's like, come on, guys, like really, is that really the best we can do? Like we're not, I mean, we can't think of nothing no more. I mean, like, we put people on the freaking moon, but we can't come up with a new movie for a new for a new star,
allegedly.
bro. Like, really, we can't do that. Like, we can't do that. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Natural and not forced. Yeah, dude, if it feels natural, like I'm like perfect example, Rivet and Ratchet and Clank felt 100% natural.
Yeah.
Freaking loved it, dude. They nailed it. They
didn't replace Ratchet either. They just added a new character.
They didn't discount Ratchet. They didn't make him. They didn't sideline him. Yeah. It worked out perfect, man. I love how they did that. It was masterful. But I mean, like, just like forcing, like I mean, I don't think I would personally. I don't know, man. If they changed the race of Superman to a black guy, or you know what I mean?
They're talking about doing it.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't necessarily think it would be a bad thing, but I feel like they should do, like I was watching this dude on YouTube about it, and he's like, yeah, dude, like do like make his name like Calvin something or something or other, instead of Cavill or whatever, and do like a whole nother like Superman, like another Kryptonian character. Like, that would feel, I don't know, like me personally, like, I like Superman. He's my favorite. But if they need to do, I don't know.
You liked Man of Steel, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I love the Man of Steel. I thought the Man of Steel was probably like Henry Cavill as Superman, dude, completely killed that part for me, dude. Like, I think he's the best Superman that I've ever seen. The last dude that they had play as Superman in Superman Returns, I was like, are you?
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Why does Superman always have to be like a queer, bro? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, why does it always have to feel like he's just this pretty boy, dude? And I'm like,
why is he stalking
Henry Cavill? looks like a Superman, like looks like he could like it's
chiseled.
Cool. The other guy looks like a freaking pretty boy, dude. And it's like, I don't really need a pretty boy actor. I need a dude that's going to be convincing enough to play the part. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Ben Affleck, I think he does pretty good as Batman, because he's got that bigger physique, and that's like what we've seen in the comics and stuff, is like a bigger Batman.
Yeah, the gray suit
that's
too.
Forced. I hope they don't change the race. And I'm African American, LOL. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, it just feels forced, and I mean, it's like
it feels like a gimmick at the end of the day.
How can that be, or like how can that like feel good for like another race if they're like, oh yeah, well, you know what, man, we're just gonna go ahead and take Superman and make him black, and it's like, dude, how does that like feel good for them, like how is that gonna make anything freaking better? Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, make a new character that they can believe in from the ground up, you know what I mean? Like Black Panther, like that movie, dude, when I saw that movie, I was like, holy crap, this is good. This movie's good, man. I liked Black Panther. It was a good freaking, like, I was like, wow, dude. Like, I stood behind that 100%. I was like, dude, that. And then it sucks, man, that he passes away, because I'm like, gosh, dang, dude. He was such a good actor. Like, he nailed that part. He made it good. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, I completely agree that we need other superheroes that represent, you know, everybody in the world. We do.
Sure.
We definitely need those superheroes because everybody, like, dude, as a kid growing up, looking up to the Captain America and Superman as my heroes, as my idols, as the people I wanted to be like and model my life after. Everybody deserves to have that feeling. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I mean, you can like other, like, I don't know, dude. This whole, yeah, I don't want to get into like politics and shit, but I don't like the way that the freaking world is going about spreading awareness for this stuff. They need to find a better way. They
They're
need
forcing
to
it.
they need to find a way to spread awareness without spreading hate at the same time for other people. Better than Christopher Reeve? Yes, I liked Christopher. I mean, I grew up as a little kid with Christopher Reeve as Superman, but I definitely like I like Henry Cavill much better. Andy, sorry guys.
I mean, they
I'm
tried to
trying
do
to answer
Christopher
your
Reeve
guys'
there.
questions too at the same time, but cancel culture and Me Too movement, yeah, that is pretty. Like, I just don't understand why they want to freaking.
Dude, what
They
they
got to
did to
find a better.
Louis C.K. What they did to Louis C.K. Man,
Oh yeah, dude, what they did to all of them, man. It's like, dude,
unbelievable.
you can't, you can't like grow up. Like, I mean, like, okay, so you know, like what they do, like how they like bring up the past and stuff. Okay, so like in the 70s, 60s, 50s, 70s, maybe even early 80s, like it wasn't like unheard of for like a 35-year-old guy to get married to like a 16-year-old girl. Okay. I mean, that was kind of like the law of the land, the norms and values of the time.
Mhm.
Like that stuff. I mean, that's just the way it was. Okay. Like it wasn't unheard of. I mean,
Yeah,
like
Hugh
every
Hefner's
other
like
country
was
in the
30.
world, like they're still marrying off 12-year-old girls to freaking old men. Okay.
Mhm.
And so, like in America, like where we set standards and stuff, you know, like, hey man, that's not cool, you know, like we do kind of like set standards here in America that, well, I mean, I can't say America, but I could say like the Western world, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like democracies and stuff like that. We kind of like set new more like morals and values, like every other generation or something, or every generation, like new stuff comes along. The world, yeah, dude, the world is getting super soft, bro. Like,
Mhm.
legit. It is, man. It's this world has changed so much just from because all of my mom and dad had 12 kids. I'm the youngest. I'm the second to the youngest of 12 kids. So in my family, like basically, um, like we kind of grew up, you know, with like the older teachings and stuff. Like, I mean, I could only watch like Leave It to Beaver and stuff when I was a little kid. And good thing. Karens, am I right? Yeah, dude. Those
Dude,
things are free. Oh gosh,
I
dude.
watch those
Karen,
videos all the time. Yeah.
like,
It's so
dude, I
funny.
just want people. Me too is probably the worst. Worse than SJW, but the worst of the worst is male feminists. Yeah, dude, male feminists are freaking scumbags, dude. Like
Yeah.
they're straight up scumbags. They're probably the worst. The ones that are like out there telling the girls like, oh yeah, I mean they're usually the ones that are gonna like take advantage of them when they're drunk too, bro.
Yeah.
You know what
Passed
I mean?
out. Yeah.
Those male feminists are probably the worst, dude. And every girl I've ever talked to in my life says they're the creepiest freaking dudes on the planet, bro. Any
Mhm.
of them dudes that are like, oh yeah, man, male feminism, dude, those guys are scumbags, bro. They ain't real men. They're obviously they can't get any, dude. They've been in the friend zone so long
Mhm.
that definitely the kind that are gonna do something stupid like that.
This is
But
definitely a time of extremes, though. I mean, both sides. There's
soy boys.
there's definitely extremists on both sides, though. Like you look at the internet, it's not you don't see people
Oh
that are centrists. It's just people that
yeah,
are like
dude. Yeah, it's
way
they're
over
either
here, way
all the
over
way
here. There's
one way or all
nobody.
the way the other way, dude. And they're
Yeah,
like, it's like,
yeah,
yeah, dude,
crazy.
it's so dumb. Like every time politics comes around at like every 2 and 4 years, it's like they get out there, they get like Democrats get everybody riled up with their little anger.
Yeah,
Republicans get everybody all riled up with their fear of that they're
Mhm.
going to take everything from you, and they're going to put them people in your neighborhood and on this. Like, who cares, man? We're all freaking people, dude. We're all Americans. We all live in the same country, bro. Like, it doesn't matter where. Like, I get so sick and tired of hearing that garbage, you know. And it's like, dude, why? Like, are we Americans that freaking stupid that we can't be like, hey man, we don't want your drama. Take that shit somewhere else. We want a leader that's going to lead us and be fair to everybody. Like, can we not, like, how do we keep getting stuck with these freaking losers? Every 4 years, we get another loser.
Yeah, America.
Exactly, dude. Both sides are so dumb.
Yeah,
it's not even funny. Like, I mean, they both have. I mean, both sides have got good points. You know, like good ways of like doing things and making things better for America. Like, no doubt.
You got to come in the middle, though.
But they have to come to the middle like they used to. I think everything's planned nowadays, bro. I think everything's planned. If you've noticed, just in the last 10 years, prices on everything have went up just enough to where they could comfortably pay you $15 an hour minimum wage. But every year that goes by that they don't raise the minimum wage is just them putting more money in their pockets, knowing that, oh yeah, eventually they're going to have to do it. And then when they get to that $15 an hour minimum wage, oh, well, we got to raise prices a little bit so we can pay this, but it's okay. And the reason why I say that is when I first started, dude, I could, for 1 hour of work, I could put 5 gallons of gas in my car. For 1 hour of work, I could buy 5 Whoppers at Burger King, bro. They were 99 cents. Now a Whopper's $5 bro. Yeah. So
pay for that or pay for gas.
and gas is like almost $5 at $4 a gallon right now here too. Yeah. Like, not to mention freedom of speech is a lie. Yep. Exactly. Dude, they're trying to cancel and ban people, man. That's so dumb.
America is the only place on earth where you can get 100 different flavors of ice cream, but you can only have 2 options for president. You know what I'm saying?
Dumber, dude. Yeah. So I just personally, when it comes to politics nowadays, there was a time I did get like really into that stuff, you know, and like I was like really like starting to care about it. But then like after the last couple of elections, bro, I don't like, why care, dude? They're not going to put anybody that's worth a crap up there. Yeah. I mean, like what? Why? I mean, Biden is Biden's sleeping, bro. He fell asleep a long time ago. When I go to the gas pumps every time and I see that, I take a picture of it and then I post it on Twitter. I'm like, hey, dude, the president's sleeping, bro. I mean, shit was better under Trump. You know, it was cheaper.
Yeah. Why do our presidents got to be in their 70s too?
Oh yeah, dude. Why do we have these freaking old guys, man? We need a younger person like us to like lead stuff, dude. I mean, I don't know, dude. Biden was the worst freaking pick for president. But I mean, who else was there? Who else was there on the Democrat side, bro? Andrew Yang. I mean,
it could be Hillary again.
He would probably do a lot better than Biden. I mean, Bernie Sanders. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like,
he reminds me of my grandpa.
Yeah, dude. Bernie Sanders is like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I get what he's saying, but it's like, dude, you've been in there for like 500 years, bro. Why haven't you guys done anything? You know, you got this dude Trump that was a businessman, a con man businessman. He comes in, bro, and like he makes you all look stupid. Yeah. Why? Because he gets shit done, dude. And then you guys get in there and they were promised everybody free school and checks every month. And what else were they promising? Dude, they were promising all this crap, and now you don't even hear no one talking about it. You don't hear anything about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing. And everybody's just like, oh yeah, okay. It's all good.
They're going to forgive all your student loans. You know?
Yeah, they want an older guy that can control them. Yeah, dude, that guy's sleeping at the wheel, bro. And then Kamala Harris, it's like, does anybody even take her seriously, dude? Like, anybody? Like, I mean, we've seen her for what, a couple of years, like saying like mean things about Trump. They all said a whole bunch of mean things about Trump and stuff. And it's like, that makes you qualified to be what? Just like Trump? Because that's all he did was said mean things about you. So,
it was so ridiculous when they kept saying like Trump is the next Hitler, like
oh, gosh,
over and over. It's like oh my god!
I mean, I don't think Trump actually was a bad president. Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily think he was a bad dude. I mean, he did. I mean, like,
he certainly wasn't as bad as Hitler. Okay,
let's just talk about like the benefits I had under Trump. Like, my gas was cheaper, bro. That saved me money.
A whole dollar.
When I filled up my truck, I could buy my kids Happy Meals. I can't do that now. I got to put it all in the gas tank. like what else? There was a lot of benefits, like my taxes actually went down with that tax cut, bro. Like I paid less taxes when they did that tax cut. So I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. There was that's basically most of, I mean, the company I work for, we had worked the whole time because he was making it so the Keystone pipeline and all the oil drilling and stuff, because that's kind of the field I work in. We had worked the whole time. Biden's been in office for 6 months and we've been slow the whole time. Like we've been running a skeleton crew right now. And like, I guess you could say like, oh yeah, well, but dude, like the COVID thing, we were still kind of working during COVID, man, because technically we're essential in the oil field. Kamala was against Biden at first. Oh yeah. Wasn't she trying to say something like, I was that little girl and stuff? And it's like, they always put like race in there, dude. Have you noticed that? They always put race in every argument. And it's like, I'm 40 years old.
Democrats,
I basically grew up in school, and like we were taught racism was bad the whole time I was in school. You know what I mean? Like it was bad. We weren't, like we knew that going to school. I mean, like back in like the 50s and 60s, and like Biden, when he didn't want his kids going to a concrete or a racial jungle, he said stuff like that. And it's like, like I get how the norms and values of the time were different at that time or whatever. And it's just, it's like, I can't believe anything the Democrats say anymore. And I can't believe anything the Republicans say.
Well, most of those Democrats were against gay marriage till like 2012.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they were all against everything because that's the way America was. Dude, everything they say, they run it through like a, you know how like people will put out like little like votes or whatever, like things. They'll have them. They have them like tested or something, like phrases tested before they say it, and then they look for the ones that'll give them the most like what's it called, like energy or response or something like that, and that's how they there's a word for it. I just forgot, but
I know what you're talking about though. Yeah.
I had a love-hate relationship with Trump, but Biden-Trump problem was his delivery and the White House incident. Yeah, dude, Trump was completely different. Like he wasn't a politician. He didn't speak like a politician. It was
an anomaly. It was crazy.
He was an anomaly that I think we'll never see another president like him again. Yeah.
They won't allow it. They'll never allow.
Yeah, they're never going to allow another president like Trump again. I don't think our elections are rigged, but I don't think they're exactly. I don't think they're
rigged in the sense that you only get two options.
Yeah, I think they are kind of like funneled.
Exactly.
To a point every single time. Like they're not going to ever let there be a different person, but Trump destroyed the Republicans in the freaking primaries. He destroyed them, dude. He just told people the truth. He's like, look at these guys, man. They're pathetic. And
the way
he was 100% true, dude. All the Republicans. If you look at America, say, hey, dude, if the Republicans are always blaming the Democrats, well, hey guys, if the Democrats screwed up America, you let them do it. You were right there with them, man. You guys let them do it. Because you guys wouldn't just stand up and do something about it. So, yeah, dude, I don't take either one of them. And yeah, exactly. They couldn't control Trump, man. And that was the thing, man. So they had to get rid of him. I don't know, man.
I thought it was hilarious how you do these press conferences outside, like the plane, like his plane. You hear the jet engine behind him. And he's be yelling at. I'll take your questions now. Yelling at them.
I personally think that by the end of this year, people are going to be begging for Trump to come back, man, because the newspapers are going to dry up. They ain't got nothing to talk about. Biden doesn't. He doesn't never come out. He doesn't say nothing. So
they'll start talking about school shootings again. That's just
that's only when we get to election year.
Oh yeah.
Only when we get to an election.
It's time to vote on that gun bill.
Yeah, dude. They're like, oh, we're going to do something about guns. It's like, will you guys quit promising people this stuff, because it's either A, never going to happen, or you don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They keep telling us all this stuff, but then like they're over there like firing rockets. Dude, Trump didn't take us to any wars when he wanted to take out a terrorist or somebody that he thought was dangerous. He went after that person.
Yeah.
After that person, like Qassam, whatever that guy was, that general, he went just after those two guys instead of like blowing up a whole freaking like just dropping bombs like all the other presidents have done, you know, from sitting way far away. Dude, he surgically struck that person. And I'm like, yeah, we didn't go to war over that. I mean, it made him mad, but I don't know. Like,
yeah, perpetual wars, Middle East since like the early 90s. So the first push.
We need to get,
you know,
my whole thoughts on the Middle East is stop selling them weapons, dude. Let them throw rocks at each other. If they want to fight each other that bad, quit selling them bullets, dude. Quit selling them that stuff, because you know they're not making it over there. So quit selling it to them, man. And I don't know. Yeah, it's so bad. They couldn't control him. Trump is crazy. Everything is about race. It is too, and it's really starting to suck that everything's about race, man. We all
isn't that like the most racist thing too? That they categorize everybody in their own races.
Exactly, dude. Like, so like if they're saying that like, you know, black people don't so like I mean I need an ID for everything in the world, right? Mm-hmm. Basically need an ID to do anything. Yeah. And then they say that black people shouldn't have to have an ID to vote, and it's like are you saying that they don't know where the DMV is? Like what are you saying? I mean that kind of sounds a little racist to me, you know, like what are you guys saying? What are you implying, that they don't know how to get an ID card? Really? Like I mean, you have to have an ID for literally everything, even to get benefits from like the Social Security office, or go get, you know, or even if you're going to go get state help, dude, you got to have ID.
You got to have some form of verification of who you are. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like if they don't want you to have ID to vote, like that just opens up a lot of freaking questionable behavior, you know?
That goes back to like getting dead people to vote. You know, they use, you know, you don't need to check their ID. Yep. They're dead.
They don't remove people off the voter rolls when they die and stuff like that. There's too many different things for fraud. You know what I mean? Like you want to be able to trust your fellow man, dude. Like I do. Like I want to be able to trust, you know, people and give everybody that chance or whatever. But I mean, if there's all these avenues for fraud, all these like power corrupts, bro.
And
it does, you know. And if you're in power, like you want to stay in power, you know. Like I get it. I mean, the best thing that Trump did was when it was time he left. You know what I mean? That was the best thing he did. You know, I mean, it shows that at least the power is still transferring as it should.
Yeah, dude, that would have been something if he just like boarded up the doors and like did not leave the White House. Like that would have been something.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm glad he did that, because at least it shows the transfer of power still goes. And I want to say the American people aren't stupid enough to let something like that happen.
I remember the media leading up to like when Trump had to leave office. They're like, "Is he gonna leave the office?"
Oh
like,
gosh, dude, it was just so bad.
Like, what? Are y'all fucking out of your minds? Like,
and the Dems trying not to be racist, they are actually being. Yeah, exactly. They just butter you up first. Then they are. Yeah, dude. Dude, it's so hard to trust Democrats because they're so flip-floppity, you know, just like Mitt Romney. He's my senator, Mitt Romney. He's a great fellow, dude.
Mormon. He's like the only Mormon senator, right?
Yeah, I don't like Mitt Romney, dude. I think he's a weasel, bro. Honestly, you know, I feel like he came here out of everywhere just so that he could get back in office because he knew it was basically a sure thing. And I mean, like Utah's not going to go out of their way to vote for a Democrat like anytime soon, but there was another dude like Dr. like his name is Dr. Mike. That guy would have been a way better pick because he's actually from Utah and has Utah. I mean, like even Ben McAdams, dude, he's not a bad dude. So, I mean, Utah's pretty much kind of shielded from a lot of the stuff, but it's getting worse when we get like high profile people like Mitt Romney here and running for office and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Mhm.
LOL, Toby says.
Let's see. Part.
Oh man, yeah. Sorry about the whole politics thing, but I mean, it kind of needs to be said every once in a while. Like I'm a grown
Because it
man.
affects games.
Like I'm a grown. It does
does.
affect games and the stuff that they're putting out right now. Yeah, like the stuff they're putting out right now. Like people don't have to agree, but they have to get along, man. They have to. They can't keep doing this stuff. They can't keep cramming this shit down our throat. Eventually we're just going to stop buying it and find another medium that's going to give us, you know, the disconnect from life that we want. And we hear that crap all damn day long in the news and everywhere else. When I turn on a video game, the last thing I want to hear is any of that crap. Like,
yeah,
I don't want nothing to do with anybody that's on either extreme. You know, I want to talk to people that are right there in the middle with me that have the same. Yeah, it's already crawled. Dude. I think a lot of it's crawling in through the PlayStation side, but it's really I mean, I could see Microsoft going down that road too, man.
I see it with game journalists a lot, though.
The journalists are the worst, dude. They're the worst. It's
the way they went after like Far Cry 5. Like, I'll never forget that.
Dude, these colleges are freaking screwing people up, bro. I mean, you go and you spend all that money to go to college, and you come out a whiny ass baby that's crying about the workplace. You know, like stuff like, are they making us crunch? I'm like, dude, every job has to crunch, bro. Fast food workers have to crunch.
I was so annoyed with that Last of Us 2 thing. Everyone's attacking Naughty Dog for crunching. I'm like, every game that has been good.
Who cares if them whiny ass babies got to do their job faster? Who cares, man? They already
That's why they're there.
on their butt and a computer all day. Like, I mean, if they came and worked a half hour where I work, dude, they would never cry about sitting at their table typing on a computer again, bro. They would never cry about it again.
It's their dream job too, to work at Naughty Dog, like make a game. You know what I'm saying?
Building, like being a creative person, that's literally a dream job, dude. That's what you want to do. It's not like you wake up and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm creative one day, and then you're gonna go create. Like it's a lot harder to learn how to be creative than to already be creative. You know what I mean? Like you can take all the art classes anytime.
It's not like someone's forcing you to work. You know, you could quit anytime.
They can go get a job. So I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, some companies probably have like unrealistic expectations, but it's like, yeah, dude, you can go work for another one.
Yeah.
If you're good at what you do, yeah, you don't have to be there.
Get another job somewhere else. You want to work at Naughty Dog. You know,
if you want to work
at CD Projekt Red, you know?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Everybody has to crunch.
They didn't crunch enough on Cyberpunk. That was the problem.
I mean, like, why isn't anybody out there crying for all the freaking Walmart workers during Christmas time?
Oh yeah.
Nobody cares about them, but we all of a sudden care about video game developers. Yeah. It's like, sorry guys, man, you guys make a product that half the time comes out buggy and broken and a busted mess. So maybe you should have crunched harder. You know, I mean,
push the game back a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like push the game back and wait a little bit. But oh yeah, I forgot your shareholders got to have that money, man.
Yeah,
gotta do a good job for them, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and what I don't understand is all these damn games are on the same template, anyways. So how the hell are they coming out broken? I don't. I mean, when's the last time they actually innovated to give us a good game, bro? I mean, they're all basically the same mold, you know.
Give you 100-hour fucking open world Far Cry 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's all basically the same thing, man. I mean, they all got reused assets from every game. So yeah, dude. I mean, are they really working that hard? You know, I don't know, man. I mean, Sev, are you still in here, Sev? Maybe you could tell us how it really is in the video game thing, because I don't want to be insensitive to anybody, but at the same time, like, we all crunch at life in our given perspective jobs. Like, there's no way around it. Like, it's gonna happen. But
especially if you're trying to make art, like, you know, a video game, because I would say a lot of video games are not art. You know what I'm saying? But like the ones that are. I mean,
every once in a while you get those creative games. Like the reason why I like Witcher 3 the most out of every open world game that I played last generation was the side content and the NPCs and just the way the game was built, and it worked. I mean, it was buggy when it first came out, but they did fix it over time. And like, gosh, dude, it's just one of those experiences that you could play over and over and over again and have a different result.
Mhm.
Like more than one time, you know. I mean, it just goes to show that the craftsmanship they put into that game was well worth it, and it paid off. So, all right, guys, this stream is coming to a close. Are you want to do one tomorrow?
Sure, yeah, man. If
Like,
I'm up, yeah.
yeah.
If I'm available, yeah.
I mean, we did one tonight, but I mean, like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there will be some great news tomorrow. There always is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Plus, we can always just talk to everybody about video games, man.
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate everybody for coming tonight. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream now. And
Oh, yeah.
you guys have a good night. See you tomorrow.
See you
Thanks
guys.
for coming, Alex.
No problem.